Hello, everybody, and welcome aboard a another Dan and Frankie Go to Hollywood Hangout episode. This is one of those ones where we're not here to talk about any specific films. We're talking about lots of films, all the films actually, and amongst
And bits and
other
pieces.
and bits and pieces and Nobbins Knowledge and movie news. And like it is all coming at you right now, thick and fast. My name is Dan.
And I'm Frankie.
And how are you doing? Like it's been a month since the last hangout.
Oh, busy times.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the last week or so,
Mm,
week and a half. Busy time at work. So I
mm,
am very tired
mm-hmm.
and haven't had a lot of time for movies. I've watched very little. I shamefully have some movies half watched
Oh
because
my goodness.
my desire to watch movies is greater than my energy levels. So I've had to stop them. So I'll have to get
Mm,
back and finish some things. But yeah, besides that, it's been
mm,
fine. It's
yeah.
winter, so it's cold.
I
It's been
know
pretty
it's
pretty cold.
hoodie
It
weather.
went super cold and then it kind of warmed up a bit again and then it's
Mm,
super cold again. So it's, feeling
mm-hmm.
like um 8 degrees or 7 degrees when I get up in the mornings to go to work.
Mm,
So yeah, that's been interesting.
yeah,
Not so
yeah.
great that my house holds the cold. So I do have fingerless gloves for the days I work at home so I can still
Excellent.
type. And
Mm-hmm.
when I go into the office air conditioning is awful. So it's pretty cold in the office. So I have to remember
Mm,
to dress for that as
yeah.
well.
I
It's
got a pair of
ridiculous.
fingerless gloves on Temu, which of course, is now my go-to place for all of my wardrobe items. But like I saw them, I thought, oh, they look cool. And so like they're these, I mean, it's essentially like a black tube, like almost like a sock, and it's got like a
Like arm warmer as well.
yeah, yeah. And so I got those, and I was like, oh, cool. But then, of course, I got the skinny black jeans, and I got that red and black striped, kind of ripped, sweater jumper
It was
kind of a thing.
almost a Freddy thing, except
Well, no, I was going with the
no,
whole
different
thing
color.
about you saying that I'm going
Yeah,
through an
no.
emo phase
But I
now.
looked at that and thought, oh, that's almost a Freddy jumper, except it's black, and so you look emo instead.
And then I've got these gloves that, and I'm just like, my God, what am I doing? Like,
Mm.
I don't mean, like, I'm not listening to, you know, My Chemical Romance or any of those sort of
Mhm.
things. Like, I haven't taken that step, and I don't think I will. I'm not actually emo. I don't know.
I
It's,
remember one of my friends back in the day was going out with an emo guy that had the like hairbrushed forward
mm,
thing.
right, right.
And I'm just like, that just
Okay.
seems so annoying to me that I just hair in the face, just don't like it. But yeah, it's weird that that was a thing. Yeah,
How's
no,
this?
don't, no, nah.
Wow, that's a visual gag that is lost on everyone who's listening to this podcast. But anyway,
No,
um,
everyone who's listening is saved from seeing that.
from seeing me doing some kind
Your
of
hair
like
is much
faux
better how
emo.
how you normally have it.
Ah,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, so it's we've had a couple of shock announcements over the last like day or two, haven't we? With like
Yeah. That
people have
was
been dying. What's
yesterday's
going
one
on?
was not the thing you want to see at 5 in the morning, getting up, struggling to
Hmm.
wake up and then go, oh, I have a message. What is it? Oh, it's
Yeah,
Kylie telling me that Michael Madsen
I
died.
know. So yeah, my wife Kylie, she sent us in our group chat like this thing, and I didn't see what the headline was or anything like that. I just saw something about
I
Michael
knew what it was
Madsen.
going to be because of her
Yeah,
comment
I
and
know, but
reaction. I was like, oh no,
I
I
was
know
like,
what it's
oh,
going to be. And then I
did he
clicked on
stub
it.
his
And,
toe or something? Maybe like, and then I look
mm,
and yeah, that was an absolute shock because he is one of those people that. So I had a look. I've actually seen 16 films that he was in, and he's always one of those people that just commands the screen. Like in the Kill Bill
mm.
films, his role was relatively minor, but I remember every moment that he was in those films.
Star of 292
I
films.
know he was in so many films, and from everything that I've heard from people who met him at conventions and stuff like that, he was just such a cool guy. I mean that interview that you sent me where he was talking about meeting Al Pacino and everything like. he's just so down to earth. Like all these people are like, oh my God, you've got to go in there and meet Al Pacino. It's like, yeah, whatever. Like, Al Pacino gets to meet me. I'm paraphrasing there. He didn't
He did not
actually
say
say
that.
that,
Yeah.
but he kind of gave that vibe.
But it's funny
Um,
that he's in there and explaining the situation, and then he's just like, "Oh, so can I go now? Like, are we
mm,
done?"
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah, I
like,
know.
why would you say that when you're in a room with Al Pacino?
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, no, that was a terrible shame. But on
Mm,
the same day, we lost Kenneth Colley. Sound of crickets chirping. So Kenneth Colley
yeah.
was Admiral Piet in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So yeah, Star Wars fans around the world absolutely know who this guy is. Yeah, like his role it was kind of minor in both films, but he was also very memorable in them. Like I don't know, he just had kind of a cool look to him, and yeah, he had some really memorable moments in both films. So. But he was 87 as opposed to Michael Madsen, who was only, what was 56, was it? No,
67.
67. That's right. I'm getting my ages mixed up with another person who we just found out who passed away today, which is Australia's
I
own.
was really nervous because Kylie shared a post from a group for that one, and I'm not
Hmm,
part of the group, so I couldn't see it. But I could tell from her comment that
hmm.
someone else had died, and it just, I was so scared. And I went to the news site to see
Yeah, so
who it
Julian
was.
McMahon,
Yeah.
who hasn't done a huge amount of film work, but he's done a lot of TV stuff, none of which I have seen because I don't watch TV shows.
I still, he's still like a, 90s back in the day guy
Hmm.
for me. I haven't really seen much of stuff beyond that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this was
See,
definitely not as shocking to me as the Michael Madsen news, which is
oh
probably
yeah.
good because 2 days in a row of some of my favorites would have been
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
after the
So
week I've had. Oh, that
yeah.
news yesterday really was just like, wow, that just caps off the
I
week.
know it's crazy. Like it's funny how sometimes, a person you've never even met in your entire life and you don't know if you'd get along with them or anything like that, but like yeah, losing them was kind of like yeah, a really big shock because I mean
I
I'm
guess
I'm
the
a massive, massive Tarantino fan. And so, of course, being that he was in several Tarantino films and, quite prominently in Reservoir
Yeah,
Dogs,
well,
of
I mean,
course.
obviously, yeah, Reservoir Dogs is how
Mm,
I first came to know him back in the day, so it's
mm,
been like since then. But
yeah.
I guess it's good he's been in a million movies because I still have so much more to see. So,
Mm,
there
yeah.
won't be new ones, but I've still
Mm.
got a lot of him to see, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So, like, well, I mean, they say that deaths come in threes. So, I mean, if you're a
No,
Star Wars fan, that's that's
well,
that's the
yeah.
three.
It's
Hey.
just weird. I like have these like old actors that I really like, and I worry for
Mm,
them because they're at that age, and it's
mm.
the younger ones that are going. Because we had Nicky Cat a while back too.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm like that, but
yeah.
with actors and musicians as well, because like so many of the rock stars that I idolized in my teen years and everything, like, they're getting there and it's sort of like, oh my God, one day
Mm.
I'm actually gonna wake up and there's gonna be a news report that Axl Rose passed away. And it's like that's yeah,
Well, I
just
have to say I did have that happen early with Chris Cornell, so that was
mm,
the like biggest one.
mm, yeah,
So that
yeah.
was super sad. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, no, this is yeah. Anyway, um, let's
Let's
talk
move on
about
to
happier
happier
things.
things.
Yes,
We have exciting news,
we do.
especially if you're a horror fan.
Frankie is preg. Oh no, sorry, I wasn't supposed to reveal that. Uh, she's not. Just to
It's
clarify.
not that kind of horror.
Yeah.
That would be horror news for me. So ugh. That
Yeah.
would
Just
also be some kind of demonic possession type.
it would be. Yeah. Like, can you
Um,
can you imagine living a life where you only get to watch like one movie a week? Uh, or something
oh,
like
not
that.
even that. Not it. I have had dreams where I'm pregnant
Mm,
in my dreams and
mm,
nightmares.
mm.
And then I'm so relieved when I wake up. And in my dream, I'm like, how did I let this happen? Like, Yeah, no.
damn you, Satan! How dare you impregnate me? Um, what? Oh wow! If we were doing the thing where we had to pick a quote from our episode to title the video, it would be "Damn you,
Uh,
Satan! How dare you impregnate me?" But anyway,
anyway,
yes,
exciting news.
I'm pregnant. No, I'm not really.
Oh man.
Yeah. Welcome to
That
our
just
hangout
that just
episode.
killed it. I've just we are starting a second podcast.
We are indeed.
Mm.
Yes. Tell us,
And
tell everyone about it.
Dan thought of the title for it.
I did, based on a one of my favorite Gua songs. The word Slaughterama came to mind because, of course, it's going to be a horror podcast,
Of
and
course.
yeah, of course. Well, not only are we massive horror fans, but many of you people are massive horror fans as well. And so, yeah, we kind of thought like, let's get stuck into that. And so, yeah, the word Slaughterama came to mind, and because initially you were thinking of either series or serial or franchise, those sort
Well,
of
I
things.
thought you were just going to announce the name, but before we get into what it is.
I will announce it in just a second.
Okay,
And
but you're
so I
explaining.
was
Okay.
so I was thinking of spoiler slaughter. No, I was thinking of like series slaughter. I just threw it out there to you. I just thought, that's not going to stick, and it stuck. And so yes, coming very soon is going to be the first episode of Dan and Frankie's Slaughterama. I bet you didn't see that coming. Um,
Finally.
oh
And so,
wow.
as Dan alluded to in that ramble of thought process,
Oh,
we will
in
be
that
watching series of horror movies,
yes.
probably three or more, because trilogies are fun too. We
Mm,
may make special things if there's perhaps two.
mm,
If there's a really good movie and a sequel, but generally it'll be three or more films,
hmm
and we're just gonna journey through them. And
hmm
because it's a Slaughterama, we're going to
Yep.
have two going at one time,
hmm
alternating weeks. And yeah, we will be picking one each and just going from there. So, how many we get to pick depends on how long the franchises are that we
Mm,
choose. So, I decided to start. Well, I have a lot of franchises that I need to complete or
hmm
see in some
mm.
cases. I decided to start with the Child's Play and Chucky movies because
Yay.
I was working through them as part of my Brad Dourif project,
hmm
my one of my many projects that just gets picked up and put down over time because I'm really
Mm,
bad at completing them. But I'm going to complete this franchise now. So yes, we'll be starting with that. So watch Child's
hmm
Play and get ready for that.
And yes, given that I had to think of a franchise and I was trying to come up with something that I really enjoy and like would love to talk about and haven't really talked about much. And I have decided on the Hostel trilogy, which it turns out Frankie has not seen, and I'm
Have not seen any of them.
really looking forward to her seeing the first two, because yeah, from memory, the third one was so bad I vowed never to watch it again, and yet here we are. Yeah, so that's happening soon. And yeah,
Yeah, next month we are kicking that off in August. So
mhm,
we just wanted to announce it now so you've got time to watch the movies if you would like to, and then be
indeed.
ready to hear us talk a lot about them.
Yes, exactly. So
We get
yeah,
to
no.
talk about Brad Dourif for what, nine? Oh no, he's not in the remake. 8 weeks or something. I think there's nine movies in total. I don't
I
know.
can't remember off the top
I've
of my
counted them.
head.
One,
Yeah.
two,
Oh, is that, are
three,
we gonna,
four,
in yours though, are we
five,
counting the
six,
remake that came
seven,
out a few years
eight.
ago?
Okay, there's seven. Yes, because it's part of the series.
Oh, do I have to watch that again?
Yes, you do.
Oh my God. If memory serves me
It's not that
correctly,
bad. I quite liked it.
if memory
I
serves me
liked it
correct,
enough.
if memory serves me correctly, in my review on my YouTube channel, Movie Talk with Dan Jensen, I think I gave it either a zero or a one or something. Like I hated
What?
that. I
I
hated
gave it
that
three
film.
stars, and
Yeah.
it's Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah. And I remember as well at the time, there was like,
I
I,
think you are in the minority because
I
it's
did.
had pretty great reviews from people I
I
follow
did
on
the review
Letterboxd.
with a friend of mine. We both went and saw it together, and we both hated it. And we both did this review, and like we got so many hate comments in the feedback. So yeah, which was fun. But it was largely from people who hadn't seen the film who were defending it, and we were like, "How are you defending a film you haven't even seen yet? You know, you might agree
Well,
with us."
these
Um,
people have
yeah,
seen the film and
yeah.
no, like the lowest rating I'm seeing is 3 stars.
Yeah.
So,
I look, I'll give it another look, but yeah, wow, it'll be very reluctant
well,
watch it
yeah, I
anyway.
would be interested to see why you dislike it that much.
I would be interested as well because I can't remember. I That was many years ago and I've completely forgotten about it since then, but
Many
yeah.
years ago, it's 2019.
Yeah, holy shit, that's 6 years ago.
Yeah, pre-COVID too.
I yeah, I don't remember what I did yesterday, let alone 6 years ago. But anyway, so yes, anyway, that is coming soon. So yes, stay tuned for that. You forced me to watch a trailer just before
I did not
we
force you. I said
you
you should watch
forced
it.
me. Yes, you should watch it. And you had that look on your face where if I didn't watch it, there'd be trouble. So, yeah, because yeah, you yesterday were saying, "Oh my God, the Running Man trailer, which is coming soon, directed by Edgar Wright." Um, and I,
Yes, I was very excited because, Last Night in Soho is one of my all-time favorite movies. One of those movies that just, well, it feels like it's made for me. If you know me,
mm,
there's lots of things that are my
mm,
thing. And
can confirm.
yeah, one of those that blew me away on first watch, one of those like instant 5-star movies, which is very
Mm,
fun when that happens.
yeah.
But yeah, so I was very intrigued, and of course, Glenn Powell is the main character, and
Hmm.
I quite like him as well. So I was curious to see them team up.
Mm,
And yeah, the trailer just came out a couple of days ago, and I finally remembered to watch it last night because crazy week.
mm,
And I thought it was great. I have not read the
mm.
story, I have not seen the old movie, so I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And
I
I thought the trailer was really fun.
Yeah, yeah. I knew the film was coming out. I didn't know there was a trailer for it until you mentioned it. I didn't get around to watching it because my life. And then yeah, I'm so glad that you forced me to watch it because that trailer absolutely blew my mind. Edgar Wright is one of my all-time biggest heroes in the directing world, and this just looks like it has that non-stop kinetic energy that we love about his films, Soho excluded. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it, and I love that because I love the Schwarzenegger original film. It is a vastly different film to this one. The Schwarzenegger one was more of a kind of a satirical thing, but it was very colorful. It had a lot of humor in it. This one doesn't look like it has the same kind of because the humor in the Schwarzenegger one was sort of more campy humor. This one, the
Mm.
jokes look great in this one. Yeah, it just looks like so. I'm hesitant to call it a remake because to me this looks like just a completely different
Yeah, no,
interpretation of
I
the
think
source
that's the
material.
thing is, um, yeah,
Hmm.
looking at the story, not at the movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I definitely wouldn't call it a remake, but no, I'm super excited about this film now.
I
So
think was it
um
November? I think it comes
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Edgar Wright, it's one of those things. Like, I really like his movies that I have seen, but I have not
Mm,
seen all of them. And I
right,
have all
right.
of them now on my shelf
Hmm.
because I'm sure I'm not going to hate them considering
Mm,
how much I like the ones I have seen. So I got
mm.
the rest. So I really need to, maybe I'll make that a July
Yeah, well,
goal to watch.
you need to include the show Spaced in that thing. I know it's not a movie,
Yes,
but
I do need to get back to that as well because
yeah.
I saw a bit of it way back,
Mm,
um, because I remembered one of the characters
hmm.
but I haven't finished it. And I know you kindly purchased a copy for me.
I did, yeah, because
And
that is
so,
essential viewing that show. Like, oh my God.
yeah,
If you have any sort of
maybe I'll do
interest in
like an
pop
order
culture,
thing. Maybe I'll
mm,
watch Spaced because that came
hmm.
out first, didn't it? Before the
I
movies, did
think
it?
Yeah, I
Well, I
think
might watch it
so.
first anyway, just because it's TV.
Mm.
Then I think I'll rewatch Shaun of the Dead because
Hmm.
one of my big blind spots is that I have not seen Hot Fuzz yet. So
Right.
then I'll watch that and World's End. I'll just rewatch
Hmm.
Shaun of the Dead because it's been a while and I
Mm.
really like that movie, so I want to watch it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I will watch. Actually, maybe I should just watch all the movies because um, Scott Pilgrim I haven't seen for a long time too, and I
Mm.
upgraded to a 4K, which I haven't watched yet.
Okay.
Upgraded from my DVD, so
Hmm.
yeah, maybe I'll just go through his filmography and watch
Yeah,
everything
absolutely.
again,
Good
and
God.
then just pick
At
up
least he
because I
doesn't have a
also
huge amount of films.
yeah I haven't seen Baby Driver. I think that's it. I think it's
That's
Hot Fuzz
so
World's
good.
End and Baby Driver. Hang
Hmm.
on, does he have more than that?
Well, there was that Soho film.
No, I
Um,
mean that
I
I haven't
know, I
seen.
know, I know.
20 films.
20.
Um,
What?
oh, the Sparks Brothers. I haven't
Oh,
seen that.
yeah, that's right. I haven't seen it. Well, yeah,
Um,
because those
and
are
then I think
documentaries on.
it's just including short films. Oh, I watched A
Yeah.
Fistful of Fingers, didn't I? Is that the one you showed me?
Might
Or
have
was it just a video
been.
about that?
I can't remember.
Or did you mention
Oh,
how
look, I
long
don't
is it?
know.
Is it short?
Uh,
Uh, oh no,
hmm.
that's a
Hmm.
full-length movie. I have not seen that. I don't
Which
know
one?
how I will see that. A Fistful of Fingers.
Oh, okay. I believe it's on YouTube, I think.
Okay,
If I
well,
remember
I'll
correctly.
have a look. Oh, that's from 95.
Yeah.
So
Um, yeah,
maybe I need to
I'm pretty
watch
sure
that
that
one
one's
first.
on YouTube. Um,
But
yeah.
anyway, besides the big one, so yeah, I just need to see Hot Fuzz,
Mm,
World's End, Baby Driver, and the
hmm.
Sparks Brothers, and then I
Cool.
will be up to date.
Well, on the subject of my all-time favorite directors, I'm so happy. I'm so happy because okay, so prior to the birth of the twins, we of course were attending a lot of movie premieres, which I was very lucky to be put on the guest list for the major studios. So yeah, we used to go to a lot of premieres. And yeah, with having kids, of course, like that just made things entirely difficult. So I've not been to a premiere in over a year. Still keep getting invitations, and every time I look at them, and it's like, oh, that would have been fun to go to. But of course, yeah, there's a movie coming out next week that there was no way. Like, oh my God, I would have done anything to go to it. And I am very happy to announce that I will be going to the Superman premiere on Tuesday night. Um, this, of course, being the new version written and directed by James Gunn, kicking off the live action new DC universe. And I've been watching so many trailers and TV spots and clips and stuff from this movie. But the funny thing is, with everything that I've seen, I still couldn't tell you what the plot of the film is, which is brilliant.
Mm.
Yeah, going into
That's
this
how
thing.
things should be. They
Exactly.
should,
They've done
you
such
can
a great
show
job.
enough to get people interested without like
They've
showing the
nailed
whole
it.
story.
Yeah, they've absolutely nailed it. But just the other day, so there's of course, the giant kaiju that he fights in the city and something like um I saw this clip where the foot's coming down and there's a dog under it, and so Superman like jumps in and like is holding the foot and trying to get rid of this dog, and the dog's just standing there barking, and Superman's like, go on, get. And I'm just like, my God, this is such a James Gunn film. I'm not going to say what happens after, like for people who don't want massive spoilers, but yeah, it's hilariously funny, and I just think the tone of this film is everything that I have been wanting in a Superman film because
I
I.
did,
Mm,
never mind, finish your.
no, no, you go on.
No, I was just going to say, I heard recently, I think it might have been Heath from Serial at Midnight was talking about that or in general and saying, it's become a thing that comic book movies for adults have to be really gritty and whatever. And
Mm,
so it's nice to be like, movies don't have to be dark and gritty. Like
Absolutely,
they
yeah.
can be light and fun and
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. I was watching a YouTube video on where the Henry Cavill's Superman went wrong, and like, there was so many moments where, he is very brooding and dark and that sort of thing. And like, yeah, that's not the character. See, this is the thing for me. Like, ever since the 78, was it? First Christopher Reeve film, like as I loved those films as a kid, of course I did, but like looking at them with adult eyes, like there's a lot of things I don't like about those films. It's a bit too campy, and things like in the first film, like flying at super speed around the world to reverse it and go back through time to save Lois and stuff like that's just silly. And then the second film where he's fighting the Kryptonian villains and he like at one point takes the symbol off his, or like a facsimile of the symbol off his chest and throws it, and it turns into this giant plastic thing that envelops them and everything. Well, that's just stupid, so those films had flaws, there was, and all the recent ones, I just thought they've never got the tone right, but from everything I've seen in this film, it really does look like a comic book has jumped off the page and onto the screen, and I'm just, yeah, it is easily my most anticipated film of this year, like possibly this decade. And yeah, I'm just super excited for it. No pun intended. And that's where I'm going to draw the line because I look, I've even got my beanie that Kylie bought me, like with the new logo on it. Yep, I got that. So, yep, the merch has already
Good
started.
time, good timing, having the movie come out in winter here.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I know, so I can actually wear it. Yes,
yeah.
but that is the end of my Superman talk because yeah, otherwise I am going to go on for at least an hour about this, but yeah. But I don't know if you'll let me, maybe I might even do a standalone episode kind of review of it if you'll allow it, if you'll let me. I know it's not part of our scheduled lineup, but I may feel the need to talk about it.
Oh, well, we've done bonus episodes before to have
Yeah, yeah.
spoilery talk about new movies.
Yeah, well, Kylie and I, yeah, we I think we did a couple, like, yeah, so I might be able to enlist her in this one. I don't care. Even if I do it by myself, I will. Like, I'm gonna need to talk
Oh,
about it.
all right. I'm not
Yeah.
invited
Well, when are you gonna see it?
when it comes out.
Oh, you are actually gonna go, like,
I am going for you because
oh,
it's your big movie of the
okay,
year.
well,
And I
well,
mean, I
yeah.
do like James Gunn. I just
Mm,
historically am not a Superman. I
mm,
did watch Lois and Clark back in the
mm-hmm.
90s.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I've watched stuff, but I
Well, a
just,
bonus episode might be
yeah.
really good from this perspective, from someone who's just like, Superman, whatever, and me who is literally about to explode. Like, oh, fuck, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, cool. No, that'll be good. Hmm.
Hmm.
Excellent. All right. What else has been happening in the world of movies and things?
I have acquired some things.
Ooh, here we go. It's
I
show and tell
not
time.
not many things
No.
because I am trying not to spend money at the moment. So,
Yeah. Good luck with that.
but one thing that I'm doing okay.
Hmm.
So I just got to keep doing okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
okay isn't great though.
well, I mean, it's early days, so I have to see how I go. But so far, I've been doing well. I picked up
Excellent.
the Rocky series on 4K.
You did.
I decided since we are doing our Stallone series and starting with the Rocky films that I should do a little upgrade. So yes, I have that on the go. I
Hmm.
don't know if I mentioned. Maybe
Hmm.
mention them. I did do two eBay things
Hmm.
before I decided to stop spending money,
Hmm.
even though these were only like $4 each or something anyway. I was looking through Andy Garcia's filmography and
Right.
I found a couple of movies. One was I'll talk about later, but
Hmm.
then I found this one called The Unsaid,
Right.
which sounds like quite a thriller kind of movie.
Hmm.
He's a psychologist whose teenage son committed suicide recently, and then he's having issues with his teenage daughter. kind of becoming estranged, and then he gets this boy patient who I guess is having issues, and
Hmm.
yeah, it's like sounds like a primal fear kind of
Oh, okay. Oh, I love that movie.
sort of thing where
Mm.
it's seems like most of the movie is like the two of them
Hmm.
figuring out stuff. So I'm
Right,
hoping
right.
that is good. And
Mm.
then I went to Bookfest, which is a charity thing run by Lifeline that happens twice a year.
Hmm.
And so I allowed myself to spend money. I only went, they have two sections. They have the section where everything's $2.50, and
Hmm.
then they have the high quality section where it's prices as marked.
Right, right.
And I stuck to the $2.50 section, and
Good
it's a
girl.
book thing. They have tables and tables and tables of books,
Mm.
but they do have a table of DVDs. And while it's less variety than previous years. Like I used
Hmm.
to find a lot of really obscure horror random. Like I found a random 5 pack of horror movies I'd never heard of that I've watched two of them so far, and it's some
Hmm.
interesting things.
Okay.
But I did pick up two more Andy Garcia movies. So
Hmm.
I've got Internal
Ah,
Affairs,
yeah.
um, and I had to get When a Man Loves a Woman because I love this movie and I don't know if it's ever going to get a fancy upgrade because I think it's only on DVD.
Right,
And
right.
it's a Touchstone movie, which I think I heard is a Disney company now. So
Mm. Yep.
um, who knows if it's ever going to get any
Yeah,
kind
yeah, of
of
course, because
release.
yeah. Damn it, Disney.
Yeah. And of course, I am collecting all of Al Pacino's movies, so I was
Mm.
looking out for them, and I found three. So
Ooh.
I have The Insider,
Hmm.
which of course I did just pay to own digitally because it was on sale. So, but I'm collecting the physical collection, so
Yeah, yeah, of
I
course.
picked up Donnie Brasco
Hmm.
and Two for the Money with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Don't know
so
if I'm familiar with that one.
it's apparently, according to Letterboxd, not a
Hmm.
particularly great movie.
Ah,
But
well.
we shall see. Sometimes my opinion is quite different from the general
Mm.
Letterboxd opinion.
Exactly.
And
Might be one
then
of the best movies you've ever seen.
I think this episode will be out before our Rocky episode, so spoiler alert. Liam recommended a movie while we were chatting,
Mm.
Joyful Noise, which I picked up because it's not streaming or available for rental or anything. So I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, $2.50. It's got Dolly Parton in it. That's worth $2.50. I
The fifth member of Motley Crue now.
yeah. I did find a Casey Affleck movie that's not streaming or
Casey who?
rental or anything.
Come
Casey
on.
Astronaut.
There we go. That's it. Yeah, Casey Affleck, whatever. This is the Dan
Um,
and Frankie show. You don't
Committed,
call him that.
yeah. Committed, which also has Heather Graham.
Yes.
Apparently, this is one of those really kind of bonkers movies,
Hmm.
so I'm looking forward to watching that. And I
I
found
um,
a,
I remember the cover of that
yeah,
one mainly because Heather Graham
I've
just looks
seen a
really hot
lot.
in that outfit.
Mm.
Yeah, it's funny because yeah, like as you know, I kind of have this photographic memory of like video covers and stuff from the time I worked in video stores and stuff. And yeah, so I actually, what do you know what year that one came out? It was early 2000s. Was it? Uh,
That's not gonna.
yeah,
Um,
because I've I might this one might be one of these memories that my
it's
brain
around
has
then.
made up, but
2000.
it was 2000. Yeah, no, because I actually remember that was around the time that we started switching from VHS to DVD, and I do actually have this memory of the stock arriving at the store of that movie, funnily enough. Like um yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I do remember like insignificant shit like that. Yeah,
Hmm.
because that things like The Mummy Returns, I think were all around that time were things that were just sort of like because I mean, it was so new and exciting, you know. It was sort of like, my God, you mean like we can watch movies on CDs now? This is crazy. Um, so yeah, I kind of have a locked away memory of that film. So not that I've seen the film itself, but I
Hmm.
remember the cover.
So
So
I'm curious because I watched Desert Blue recently, which I might talk about in a bit, but that
hmm
was came out in 99, I think.
hmm
So it's like baby Casey Affleck. So
Yeah, right. Yeah.
but from I think I read something that he plays her brother in the movie, and there's some weird thing going on between them. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I think it
Mm.
could be a weird movie. And I also picked up Machine Gun Preacher, which is um possibly not going to be a particularly great movie, but it is a
Really?
Michael Shannon movie that is not
Right, right.
streaming or available. So, and
hmm
I want to watch all of Michael Shannon's movies.
Yeah, fair
Now, I
enough.
did get one movie that was a complete cover by.
hmm
For all I didn't see random horror things, I did see this movie called Tyrannosaurus Rex, and that is Rex,
Uh,
Wrecks,
yeah, yeah.
because he is wrecking the city. And actually, on Letterboxd, it comes up as something else. I think it's called like the Eden Formula or something really boring. I like
Oh, okay.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh,
Um,
God, absolutely.
so it sounds like a Jurassic Park ripoff, pretty much. A company is making synthetic dinosaurs, and a T-Rex gets loose and goes on a rampage in the city. But it
hmm
has Jeff Fahey and Tony Todd in it. So, yeah, I'm
Right.
curious.
Well,
So
that's a pretty decent
$2.50, it's like
cast.
pick it up. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. It's
yeah.
weird when you see big names in a movie like that.
Hmm. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I got two music DVDs. So I got a Billy Joel live at Shea Stadium
hmm
and One Night Only
hmm
with Rod Stewart at Royal Albert Hall. I like
Which you
Rod
bought for your
Stewart.
parents, of course. Right?
You know what? I will
Right?
probably lend it to them because they would be interested in watching it.
Well, let's
But
hope you never get it back.
I
Is that, was that everything?
yeah, I did get my monthly Radiance titles because even though
hmm
I'm not spending money, I do buy them every month, but
hmm
I've put them away. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, they were the
Um,
June releases arrived.
Oh yeah, I had two things for show and tell, but one of them's upstairs, so I'll just talk about it. I was recently because you know everything around me in my little bubble right now is just Superman fever. And I went looking for if any of the streaming services had the Superman animated series from the 90s, which followed the, you know, critically acclaimed Batman animated series and was almost as good. And nobody did because I thought, oh, it'd be cool to like put it on for the kids or whatever. And so I went on to the JB Hi-Fi website and had a look, and yeah, they had the 6 disc box set with all, I think it's 54 episodes. And it was discounted because they've got a sale on at the moment. So I got it for like, I don't know, $30 or something. Which yeah, I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, absolutely, that's a no-brainer. So I did get that, which I'm very happy about because of course, I've had the Batman animated series on Blu-ray forever, and Batman Beyond I've got as well. So yeah, this one kind of rounds it out. I don't know if the Justice League series, if they ever released that, but I'll have to have a look. But there was a Blu-ray that I got actually a little while back. I meant to talk about this in the last Hangout episode and totally forgot about it. But yeah, this was one that was a very limited release. I think there was only like 500 of them or something. And I meant to jump on it a long time ago and totally forgot. And then something jogged my memory, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they've still got them. And funnily enough, they did still have them. And so I now am a very proud owner of the 2 disc Blu-ray of Cool as Ice, starring Vanilla Ice. Now, this is
I
something
still
that
need to watch that.
oh my God, do you ever? This
Mm.
is something that the YouTube audience is just getting treated to right now because I'm right now holding up the booklet. Like, look at this. Drop that zero and get with the hero. There's production notes. There are like just like so many awesome photos in here of. Oh, I thought that was Vanilla Ice dancing with Jesus, but it's actually the female lead in the film. But it looked like Jesus at first glance. I was going to say, well, you know, well. Jesus, Dancing with Vanilla Ice, more like it. Yeah, and it's got an absolute slew of so for people listening, this is like a hardcover edition. Yep, on the back. You got an audio commentary by Vanilla Ice expert Bjarni fuck, I don't know what his name is. There's a Riff Tracks audio commentary. I don't know if everyone out there is familiar with Riff Tracks, but like that's amazing. There's so many amazing special features on this. So, um, yeah, oh my God, I'm so excited about this. So I haven't actually had a chance to check out any of the special features and stuff yet, but I will get around to it. But yeah, I'm just so happy that I own it. Like this is one of the greatest
That's
movies
a
ever
really cool
made.
cover.
It is a really cool. It's cool as
It's
ice,
one,
actually.
yeah,
Uh,
one that's good to display front facing so that you
oh
can look at it.
man, I know. I'm just so happy about this. So yeah, this was like a German release. It was released by some German company. Yeah, and I was just so happy that I think there was actually like a version above this one that came in like this really massive deluxe box set that I don't know what else it had. Maybe like Vanilla Ice's underwear or something. And I really don't know. But I was happy with this one. This was because yeah, the as it do you ever go through that thing where you got like different versions of a thing and you sort of like, okay, which version justifies the price the best? So for me, because that was actually really cheap. I can't remember off the top of my head how much it was, but it was like under $50, including postage from Germany and stuff. And yeah, like the super duper
Did you get
version
that through Amazon or did you order directly from the
directly
place?
from the site, yeah. Which is something or other dot com. I don't know.
Helpful.
And yeah. But the super duper version, however much extra I was going to pay, didn't really justify whatever else was in it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So yeah, I thought this one was going to keep me happy. Like, I didn't need all the bells and whistles. I just
Yeah, I
needed
think a lot
Robert
of
Van Winkle.
places go overboard with their because physical media is becoming a collector's market now rather
Mm,
than like everybody. So everyone's putting out their really fancy things, but
mm,
sometimes they have so much extra stuff that's not really, you know, to pay so much to
mm,
get all this extra stuff. Sometimes I'm like, I just want the movie, maybe the movie with
mm,
some art cards or something like
mm,
that, but I don't need some of what they do. Luckily,
mm,
because I would be tempted, but a lot of places, especially local places, generally release movies I don't know very well.
mm.
So I'm not even tempted to buy them because I don't know the movie. I
Right,
know
right.
with The Fall, I had to think about it because I just love that movie so much. And they
Hmm.
had a fancier version, collector's edition, that had extra stuff.
Hmm.
But in the end, I decided to be good and just get the normal edition, which is still pretty, things are just pretty pricey now. So it was
Mm.
still cost a bit. And yeah, it was like an extra 20 or $30 to get the
Oh
other version.
wow.
And I was like, I just don't need to. I
Mm.
really like it, but I like the movie. Don't need the
Mm.
extra bits.
Yeah, well, the thing with Cool as Ice was that, and what really made my mind up was that the super duper version, whatever it came with, it had the same special features. Like it was the same Blu-ray
Yeah.
thing. And for me, it was all about the special features. Like that was what I was solely focused on. I didn't care
Well,
about
that's the
art
thing I
cards or
had with
whatever.
the
Like,
fall is the higher version had extra special features
right,
and it had
right.
like I think it had a hardcover book with essays and things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, that's why I was kind of tossing up. But the
Mm.
version I got still had a lot of special like I think it has a couple of commentary tracks
Hmm.
and other bits and pieces. So it wasn't like, all or nothing. I still
Yeah.
did get a lot of stuff, but that's why, because it's the kind of movie too that I want to
Mm.
read or listen to what people are saying about
Hmm.
it to get, because I feel like I probably didn't get everything in it.
Yeah.
So I was deciding, but yeah, I think it was like $80 or something to get the
Wow.
higher up one. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
$80 is so much for a movie. So
Mm.
I just
Yeah.
got the lesser one, which I think was about 50
Hmm.
maybe. But I got it when JB was having buy one, get one free or something. So
Right, right.
I just bought it with something else that was expensive
Hmm.
so that it worked out to be a good deal.
Cool. I actually remember shortly after I ordered this was around the time that we were moving house, and I remember thinking to myself, "Oh shit, I hope it's not going to go to the old place." And I wrote to the company and explained to them like, "Oh, I hope it hasn't been shipped yet." And they wrote something back in German, and I was like, "I don't know what you're trying to tell me right now," but I ran it through a translator, and they were like, "Yep, no problem at all. We've changed the address and everything." I was like, "Yes." So
Yeah,
yeah.
I think most places it's okay if they haven't started shipping yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
if it was
yeah,
a
I just
pre-order and it was sitting
oh,
there.
I couldn't imagine that going to somewhere else and someone else. I mean, can you imagine like some random person who moves into the new place and they get this delivery and they're the sort of people who is like, oh, I'm going to open it and they, take it out and they're just like, oh, it's cool as ice. Yep, yep. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. If they had half a brain, they would have kept it, but yeah, who knows?
Hmm.
I love so much that before we started recording, you were like, okay, so this is the structure that we're going to do everything in. And I can't remember what's coming up next. What are we, oh,
Well,
is it
we're
what we've been
just,
watching?
yeah.
Yeah, see, I remembered. I was paying
Hmm.
attention. That whole thing was just a joke. I was just kidding you. Of course, fuck. The one thing I do love about doing these episodes monthly is that I actually have movies to talk about rather than going fortnight to fortnight where I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I saw the
Whereas I
opening credits
have
of
to
something.
pick things out and go, which things do I talk about? Because there's too many for me
Yeah.
to talk about all of them.
Well, I got what? One, two, three, four, five. I got six movies
Well,
that I can
I'm
discuss.
starting from the first because I think we recorded the last hangout on the first.
Right, right.
I've watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, about 25.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah,
So yeah, I'm not gonna, well, I mean,
I've
some
got
of them are for the
six.
podcast, but I'm still not going to talk about the
Six.
rest.
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk about, and I watched, actually, it was a bit of a franchise month for me, and I watched a few so I can lump some together.
All right. Well, I think you should go first because you've probably got a
Okay.
lot more to talk about than I do. Yeah.
I decided to watch, oh God, what am I going to talk about?
I
Okay,
don't
I
know.
will mention, no, I mentioned that on the
No.
other, oh yes. No, I watched a Stallone movie and we talked about it on the Rocky episode, so I can pass that off the list.
Ah.
Okay, let's start with a big franchise. I
All right.
finally watched the Ocean's 11, I don't know what you call it, Ocean's 11
It's
trilogy.
called the Ocean's
Well,
Trilogy.
no,
Yeah. Well,
it's
it's a
series
series now
actually,
because there's
yeah.
a fourth one. Yeah.
So
The
I had seen Ocean's 11 before.
hmm
So I just watched the next two and then I was like, I want more. So I watched
Mm.
11 again. So I
Mm.
watched them out of order. But I watched 11 with commentary, so that
Right,
was a
right.
bit different. And that was a weird commentary because it was Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, and Andy Garcia. And I didn't realize at first that Brad Pitt did it on his own, and then Matt Damon and Andy Garcia did it together.
Yeah,
And
right,
then they
right.
just chopped it up and put
hmm
it in. So it sounded like they were all together.
I've heard
But
commentaries
then
like that before.
but then I didn't realize, but it was weird in moments because
Mm.
it was weird that they were calling each other by name. And then, like, at one stage, Brad said something, about, oh, I don't know what Damon was thinking doing this or whatever.
Mm.
And then there's just a bit of silence. And then I'm like, oh, is he not going to say anything about it? But it's because they weren't together.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he
right.
didn't know that Brad made this comment.
I
Um,
always wondered
but
what it must be like for the person editing those commentaries because it's sort of like, you
mm,
know, what parts do you leave out? What parts do you leave in? You know what I mean? Like, and what
yeah,
if
because
what
it,
if both parties are saying something super interesting at the same time? It's sort of like, oh shit, which one
mm,
do I put in there? Like, yeah.
yeah. I mean, it flowed really well. There were a few moments like that, but
Mm.
generally it sounded like they were all together, which is why I
Mm.
didn't really notice until the end when they were signing off.
Mm.
And um, they said something that made it of, and of course, Matt and Andy had back and forth because they
hmm
were together.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also when they signed off at the end, I was like, oh, okay, Brad wasn't with them. That's why
Mm.
it was a bit.
Right,
Anyway,
right. Interesting.
um, Ocean's 12 is the weakest movie.
Mm.
Um, I wasn't so into that. It just felt different and less fun. But then
Mm.
Ocean's 13 picks up again, and there's a lot. Oh, the best thing about Ocean's 12 is at the start they had Andy Garcia going around to everyone being like, I want my money.
hmm
And that was really fun. And then there was no more Andy Garcia. And then there
But
was, but
was
they did have Vincent Castle. He was the
hmm,
villain of the movie, and I did really like him. And then I got excited he was coming back for 13, and then he was hardly in 13. But
hmm,
13 was so much like it picked up again.
yeah, yeah.
And actually, I think it's my favorite of the three of
Was
them.
it 12 or
Plus,
13 that had that amazing gag where they get Julia Roberts' character to play Julia Roberts?
yeah, that's in 12.
12? I loved that. Like, say what you want
Really? I
about the
think you're
film.
the only one.
Oh, really? I thought that was so clever. Like,
So many people just say how terrible that was.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, fair enough. But no, I thought it was incredibly clever. I love, yeah, just everything that was said. Like, I mean, oh man, it's been a long time since I've seen those films. But didn't she kind of like, like slander Julia Roberts for her looks or something? Or like, she was it something like that? Like,
Oh, yeah, I think she
help
said
me out here.
something. I can't remember. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember
It was kind of
dialogue.
like though, like Jennifer Tilly when she was in the Child's Play films. Like there's moments where Tiffany the because Jennifer Tilly's in it, and like yeah, there's so many moments where she just so many self-deprecating moments where she like absolutely shames herself and stuff, and it's just like that's so brave. I really applaud any big time actor who can do that sort of thing. But yeah, no, I thought that was all very clever. Like, but yeah, okay, fine, I'm in the minority.
Mm.
There you go.
But yeah. And Ocean's 13 brought in Al Pacino
Hmm. It
as
did.
the big villain.
Yeah.
And that was really fun, obviously.
Yeah. He was so
And
good in it.
with Alan Barkin as well. So it's bringing them back
Mm.
together. And I did find out from there's a Al Pacino podcast called All About Al,
Hmm.
and really good to listen to if you're into Al Pacino. The guy who made it is a like critic and broadcaster from the UK, and he's
Hmm.
written a book about Al Pacino. So he's
Right.
done tons of research. It goes into all the films. I really want
Hmm.
to buy it, but it's expensive and I want a
Mm.
physical copy because it's
Mm.
that kind of book. I don't want a digital one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll ever end up getting it, but we'll see. Anyway,
Mm.
because he's got the contacts, sometimes he'll just have like a friend who's a critic or whatever on.
Mm.
Sometimes he has people who acted in the movie or directed the movie, all of that. So really interesting. But I did find out listening to the Ocean's 13 one that it
Hmm.
was Alan Barkin who got Pacino interested
Ah,
in
cool.
the movie. She gave
Right.
him the script and everything. So,
Hmm.
because apparently Alan Barkin was in Ocean's 12, but her character got cut out completely.
Ah, right.
And so they offered her the role in Ocean's
Oh,
13.
okay. Actually, it's going to be an interesting experience for me next time I do watch 13, being that now I've seen Sea of Love. And so,
Mm.
yeah, no, that's cool.
But yeah, and so we
Yeah.
get Andy Garcia back having more of a role in this one, which
Hmm.
I did enjoy. But I just, yeah, I just feel like this, it was really funny and it was also kind of heartfelt because there's a bit of a, it's kind of a revenge story because
Mm.
Pacino's character does stuff to Elliot Gould's character and basically takes all his money and they're going to go into business together, but he does
Mm.
stuff to basically say nope. And yeah, so I just thought it was really good. And then
Hmm.
Ocean's 8, of course, is um, connected but separate. Sandra Bullock is Danny Ocean's sister.
Hmm.
And that one was fun, but not
Mm.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was like three and a half stuff, and I enjoyed it. Kate Blanchett was the coolest character, and I
Hmm.
wanted all the things that she was wearing, and she had like Kate Moss kind of hair and makeup, and so she was
Mm.
just like super cool. But yeah, so I apparently I saw a headline about there's a possible Ocean's 14 maybe gonna happen.
Okay.
So
Mm.
I hope it does because
Mm.
I would like to see everyone together again.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know I saw Ocean's 8. I know I kind of enjoyed it and stuff. I know we've had this conversation. I can't even remember like what I ended up rating it, but yeah, like I mean it's one of those movies I'd watch it again. I
Mm.
don't think I actually own it. There's a box set right back there. Now you can't see it on the camera. I can see it in the reflection of the picture in front of me. But there is a box set of the Ocean's trilogy on the back shelf there. But I don't think I liked eight enough to buy it. Although I probably, if it was like insanely cheap, I'd probably add it to the collection. I don't know. I should revisit it at some point though, because yeah, it was all right.
Hmm.
Hmm. All right. Is that your oceans stuff
Yep.
done with? All right.
Yes.
Because,
Highly recommend.
well,
Though everyone's probably seen them
oh yeah.
by now.
On June the 8th, my beloved wife and I, we had our first trip to the cinema since October of last year, which just, oh God, let me just yeah, anyway, because yeah, there was a movie that we just absolutely had to see, and that was Bring Her Back, which is directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, and is their follow-up to Talk to Me, which Kylie and I were just like, we loved so much. We bought the most like expensive box set that had a replica hand and all that sort of stuff in it. And so yeah, we palmed the kids off to a couple of dear friends of ours, the Wombats, who probably aren't really listening to this, but anyway, shout out to them. Kind of as a trial sort of babysitting thing. And yeah, everything went well. Not only did they love the kids and kids loved them, but we loved that movie. So Talk to Me shook me so much to my core that I like there was a moment watching that film on the big screen that like I was getting teary-eyed. I was that emotionally rattled. And yeah, this film pretty much did the same for me. These guys just make the most disturbing shit I've ever seen. Like, people are comparing these films to like, the like French new wave of horror, where you had films like Martyrs and stuff. And yeah, I would probably agree with that. Everything about this film was pure perfection. Like the performances were just so incredibly good. The characters were so memorable. The plot was just amazing. It was one of those plots that really kind of, you know, keeps you guessing throughout, like as to what's actually really going on and stuff. And then by the end of it, it doesn't answer everything as well. You kind of it gives you that leeway to have a really big discussion afterwards about speculation and theories and things, which I love doing. So yeah, I was so happy that we got to see that film. So yeah, that was a very welcome visit to the cinema because yeah, I received a what was it, $150 event cinema voucher from work for Christmas last year, and that was the first time we got to use it. So um I was saying, look, if we get to the middle point of the year and we haven't used it, we're going to have to give it to someone else. But and thankfully, one trip to the cinema pretty much covered half of the voucher. So when you throw in like, popcorn and everything on top of it. So yeah, yay. Anyway, all right.
Yeah, I was talking to someone in the UK and they have like an unlimited pass at one of the cinema things, and I can't remember what he said.
Mm,
Like, like something ridiculous, like £15 a month or something,
right, right.
for unlimited movies.
Mm,
And,
yeah. Well,
which would be like $30 a month here. And I'm like, well, you see two movies, you've covered the cost.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, for me that wouldn't really work, like, one movie a year or
well, not
whatever.
now, yeah,
I
but I
know, I
mean,
know.
like nowhere, like they have like loyalty membership things here, but you just get
Mm,
a bit off the tickets and they still
mm,
cost like 15 or more dollars even
mm.
with the discount on them.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, I've actually not gone to the cinema a few times recently because I don't want to pay. The one that I go to on my half days at work in the city with a membership is $18 for a
Mm.
ticket.
Yeah, right.
At my local one, it's I think like 16 or something.
Hmm.
But I build up points pretty quickly at the local one so I can get like, use so many points and pay a dollar or
Mm.
use points only. So
Hmm.
it does kind of work out, but it's still quite expensive.
Yeah, yeah, of
So
course.
yeah, I actually have no recent movies that I've watched in the last month. It's all
Right.
been old movies I've been
Mm.
watching. Oh, no, no, no. Wait, 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 wait. I did watch one movie that
Mm.
came out this year that is possibly the best movie I've watched this year. Um,
Wow.
and not that I've watched very many movies from
Mm.
this year so far. I'm actually just going to have a look. I keep everything in a list so that at the end of the year I can remember what 2025 films were. So
Mm.
taking out the Becoming Led Zeppelin, because that's documentary.
Hmm.
I've seen one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I've seen 10 movies
Okay.
from this year, so
Right,
it's a
right.
small number to pick from.
Mm.
But yes, so I watched um, Bob Trevino Likes It, which
Right.
I mentioned briefly in the Dinner in America episode.
Hmm.
So at the end, it has nothing to do with Dinner in America, but we had a tangent. So Nobbins actually got me onto this movie because he watched it and said it was really good. I had never heard of it until he mentioned it.
Hmm.
But shortly after that, it released here. It's on Amazon Prime. So I also apparently on SBS On Demand as well.
Oh, there you
So
go.
can see it for free.
Hmm.
Um, so this is a movie based on a real life thing where there's a girl who's about 20-ish,
Hmm.
and she is having issues with her father, and then he basically says, I don't want to see you anymore, and he like won't return her calls. She goes to see him. He's got a house in a like a retirement complex or something, and the
Hmm.
security come and get her to leave because she's hassling and all of
Right.
that. So she's feeling bad, and she goes on Facebook and searches his name, and she finds one profile with that name that has no picture. And so she's like, oh, maybe that's my dad. So she sends a friend request.
Hmm.
And that belongs to John Leguizamo, who accepts the request, and she sees photos and realizes it's not her dad, of course. But
Right,
then
right.
she sends a message like, oh, are we related? And they just kind of start talking, and eventually they meet and start hanging out. And it's kind of like he's sort of like a father figure to her that she doesn't have. And then he's kind of got the same. I actually explained this to, I started explaining to someone at work, and I was like, oh, and then they start hanging out and then they meet up. And she's like, and then they fall in love. And I'm like, no, it is not that creepy version of the story at all
Mm.
about an old guy and a young girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very wholesome. It's very father figure, daughter figure kind of
Hmm.
thing. And so you find out more about his life and her life, and it's just a really, really good movie. And if you cry at movies, you are definitely going to cry at this.
Right.
But it's just, yeah, it's kind of like uplifting
Hmm.
movie as well, even though there's stuff that will make you cry.
And was this the film that resulted in you and John Leguizamo pretty much becoming best friends now? Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
wish. No,
yeah.
yes, I was, it's funny timing. I recently, because I got rid of my Instagram account because I didn't use it.
Mm.
But a lot of people have Instagram accounts. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get an account back just to follow people so
Mm.
I can see what they're posting.
Hmm.
And so I did that recently, and I started following John Leguizamo, and then I was scrolling one night, and he is doing a lot of promotion and stuff for this movie because it's just coming out in a bunch of places. And he had circled, someone wrote a letterboxd review saying John Leguizamo deserves the world, and he had circled it, but he had left reviews underneath,
Hmm.
and there were two like 1 or 2 line reviews, and then there was my review, and I'm like, he read it, he saw I said some nice things about him, so he didn't crop it out of his
Yep.
image that he posted on his
Hmm.
Instagram. So my review is on his Instagram. And I do love, because when you look on Letterboxd, you get so much of the review before it cuts off and you click to
Mm.
read the whole thing. the bit of my review that made it pre-cutoff is like the best part of my review. So I'm really glad that I wrote a proper review for that and thought about the words and that
Mm,
the way the words ended, it was almost like the end of a sentence before it cut off
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So I was just like,
It's a
that's so
crazy
nice.
feeling, isn't it, when that happens?
And
Because
it just makes me happy to think that he read my review
yeah, yeah.
and I said nice things.
When I did my, I mean, this is going way back when I in the infancy of my YouTube channel, Movie Talk with Tangents. When I did my review of Happy Death Day, and I posted it everywhere and stuff, and oh my God, I can't remember his name now, but the writer of the film actually watched my review and then posted stuff about it on his Instagram, like shared my thumbnail and everything. I'm just like, holy shit, it's lucky I said good things about the film because like you just never think about the people
Yeah, I
behind the
have
films
had
watching or reading your reviews.
a couple of tweets liked by actors when I've
Mm,
talked about movies.
hmm
That was especially there's a movie called I can't remember the actress's name, and
mm,
I just wanna there's a movie called Darling, which I watched, which is very similar to Repulsion.
hmm
It's got that kind of a style, but Lauren Ashley Carter is the main actor in it, and most of it is just her.
hmm
And yeah, I just tweeted, I gave this movie 4.5 stars. I haven't seen it since that first watch. I should revisit it.
Right,
But
right.
anyway, and I mentioned in my tweet about how amazing she was, and she obviously was on Twitter and liked my tweet. And then the young girl, Madeline McGraw or something, the girl in the black phone,
Oh
that was
yeah,
really
yeah.
cool, the sister.
Yeah, right.
She liked my tweet about the black phone
Yeah, okay,
when I
cool.
said something about her. So
hmm
yeah, it's fun when that happens, but it's just funny that I just happen to get Instagram in time and happen to be scrolling because I don't check it every day, but I
Mm.
just happen to be scrolling and the fact that I watched it straight away so that my review was still in the recent reviews. Yeah, it's just all these things happening at once
Yeah, yeah.
and then I'm like, I wonder if this has ever happened before to people that I just don't follow, so I don't know that they've ever said something about what I wrote.
hmm
But yeah, so I quite liked that. And yes, like you said, I'm glad that I really liked the movie and had such nice things
Mm,
to say about it.
absolutely, yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna go into something of a different kind of slate now. There on what is it, Netflix, there's a series of feature-length film documentaries under the title Trainwreck.
Mm.
And was it last year or something? I watched one on the Woodstock 99 festival disaster, which was such an eye-opener. Like it was a
I
three-part
think I might have watched that one.
series.
I watched something about that, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably the
It was
same thing.
a three-part series, and yeah, it was just amazing. The only thing I thought was weird was that they didn't cover the people who actually died at the festival. Like there was not a single mention of it, which was a bit weird. But
Maybe there was some reason they weren't allowed to talk about it.
yeah, maybe. But then Kylie showed me one that I knew nothing at all about, and it was Trainwreck: The Astro World Tragedy. I didn't know what an Astro World was. I
Mm.
had no idea who Travis Scott was. Apparently, he's very famous. I'm seriously showing my age right now, but there you go, you young kids and your rap music. Anyway, yeah, so this was another case where a festival went really seriously wrong, um, in which there was this festival. So yeah, Travis Scott was performing, and there was like a one section where the way they had designed the layout of the thing, like too many people got crammed in or whatever, and so yeah, it resulted in a bunch of people getting killed and stuff. And yeah, it was really well done. I'm just looking now. So Buffy Prescott, our friend to the show, had also watched it, and his review said, "All I needed was another reason to despise Live Nation. Also, I could have used this information before my son and I contributed to the $240 million Travis earned on his last tour." Oopsie daisy. I actually Yeah, I actually because I was like listening to you and stuff and only skim reading, it was a lot funnier the first time I read it in my head because I thought he said that he contributed $240 million to Travis on his last tour. And now that I'm reading it properly, I'm like, oh, it's not as funny as
Mm.
I thought it was. I thought he was doing one of those exaggeration things, you know. It was like, yeah, but anyway. But no, it's yeah, yeah, really good if you're interested in, you know, those kind of documentaries about music festivals going wrong. Yeah, highly recommended. I also rewatched Woodstock 99 because Kylie hadn't seen that one. And yeah, like even the second time around, it was just still like, man, don't people think before they do these, like plan these things? Like, yeah, kind of crazy. But anyway, there you go.
Hmm.
What else you got?
I finally watched November, which is an Estonian folk horror film
Ah,
that I heard about a long time ago
mm-hmm,
on a podcast. I think possibly that was Alric Kane again, who does recommend some pretty great films.
mm-hmm,
And it was in the Severin box set, All the Haunts Be Ours, Volume 2,
mm-hmm.
which has like 30 folk horror movies or something. So straight away I ordered that. It's probably the most expensive thing I ordered,
Right.
like I've ever ordered, taking over from volume one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's which was also a bit disappointing when some of the movies from volume one turned up on streaming. But anyway,
Oopsies.
because a lot of these are obscure films from various countries around the world, so
Mm-hmm.
it's worth getting. I mean, some of them were available, but a lot of them still aren't. So it's nice to have the box sets.
Yeah, right.
But this one, there was a $60 DVD on Amazon that I
Wow.
had in my watch list for years, my
Mm-hmm.
wish list rather, just in case it ever went cheap, even though generally when DVDs get up to that cost, they
Mm-hmm.
don't come down. There's one that I've had for like, I don't know, maybe close to 10 years now or something.
Right.
That's just sitting there in case it ever goes cheap. I don't think it ever
Mm.
will. But yeah, so I finally watched this, even though I've had the box set for a while, and it
Mm-hmm.
is such a good film.
Yeah.
It's filmed in black and white, and it's one of those ones, it looks so good and it has all these shots that you're just like, oh, that could just be an art print. It's
Yeah,
so
right.
good to look at.
Mm-hmm.
The basic story is there's a girl, it's like a sort of there's a village of people and then there's like a rich guy that owns this big mansion thing. And the girl in the village likes a guy there, and then but the guy falls for the niece or daughter or something of the rich guy who comes to visit. So
Mm-hmm.
she goes to like a witch to get a to basically do a spell to make him fall in love with her, and
Right,
just
right.
stuff happens from there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just so good to look at. It's not plot heavy, it's just enjoying following, like I said in my review, that I'd seen other reviews who compared it a bit to Bellatar. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
a like slow cinema. It's
Yep.
not quite like that, but it's very, yeah, if you're really into action, plot, whatever, you might
Mm.
find it a bit boring, but
Okay.
it's kind of movie that if you can vibe with it, it's
Mm-hmm.
just so interesting. So
Yeah,
yes,
right.
and that is now streaming, of course, um, on SBS On Demand. So
Okay.
if you're into your folk horror, I definitely recommend going to check that out.
Cool.
Or if you're in
Um,
Australia, if you're overseas, hopefully there's another way to see it.
yeah, yeah. I unfortunately the other three movies that I have to talk about weren't great, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna still talk about them because one of them, so I'm so out of the freaking loop that I didn't realize the recent film Until Dawn was directed by David F. Sandberg, who I absolutely love. He's done the two Shazam films. Annabelle Creation, Lights Out, which like all films that
Mm.
I loved immensely. And so as soon as I found out that he'd done Until Dawn, I was like, oh my God, I need to see this film. Um, so yeah, I watched it and I now love most of David Sandberg's films because this one, oh my God, it's uh, look, I wouldn't say terrible, but it's heading that direction in a very fast way. So yeah, I knew going into it that it was nothing like the game, which I loved so much, and I loved it so much I even lent it to you like a couple of years ago. And
I don't play games, so I keep
oh,
forgetting I have it and it's hard to get
you
involved.
do, little Miss
Do you
MetaQuest
know, I
3.
haven't, yeah, but I haven't turned on the PlayStation since whatever the last time me, you, and Nobbins had a poker night.
Fair enough. Well, I'll have to get that game back off you though at some point. Like
Yeah.
we haven't seen each other since
Yeah,
February. My
I
God.
still, no, not even,
Yeah,
was
for
it?
my birthday.
No.
I came up on my birthday. On the actual day of my birthday, we came up to visit you with the kids.
Okay, I didn't realize there
Yeah.
was such a delay, but because I had pre-ordered your Christmas present, I thought it
Mm.
arrived in January, or maybe the release
No.
date was end of January, and it
Yeah,
came.
yeah.
But anyway, in February, then I got your Christmas present
Mm.
that I pre-ordered, and you know
Yeah.
what it is. I sent it to you and said, I bought you this. It
Yeah, yeah.
arrived in February,
Hmm.
and I did not realize that we would get to July and I still wouldn't have seen you again
I
to give it to
know.
you.
I know. We're gonna have to rectify that. But I will be
Mm.
grabbing this back off you because I really want to replay the game. So the thing with the game, the gimmick with that was that it was a butterfly effect kind of a thing where your character in the game has to make choices as you go along, and each choice then leads to more choices, more choices, more choices. And so you can play the game like, hundreds of times or whatever and always have a different outcome depending on what you do. And I realized they obviously couldn't translate that to film because every film a character has to make choices so what they've done in this one is the time loop thing where the characters have to relive the same night, and then when they all die it resets and stuff. And ordinarily I'm a big fan of that plot device. It's been done many times, but it's the sort of thing that I'm like I will happily watch that again. It wasn't done well this time around. The whole thing just didn't really make a lot of sense. Um, yeah, the characters, I didn't like any of the characters, and that's never a good thing for a
Yeah.
story. I just didn't care if any of them lived or died or whatever. Yeah, and by the end of it, I was kind of like, what actually happened, to the point where I had to look up on Wikipedia at the synopsis. And even then, it was incredibly vague. It was just sort of like, so this thing happens for reasons. Yeah, it is not a good film at all. I will never ever watch it again. And yeah, I was very disappointed. So there you go.
I'm trying to find you made me when you said about time loop and everything. I just thought of this other film that was pretty good that I was gonna tell you to watch if you haven't seen it.
Okay.
But I'm just struggling to
Hmm.
remember what it was called.
Actually, I'm just looking on
And
Letterboxd where it says similar films under Until Dawn. The very first one it mentions is Tarot, which I also saw not too long ago and absolutely hated. But they've got Barbarian next, which was my number one film of that year, and I don't agree with that. Yeah. Anyway. Uh,
determined to find this movie.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, hmm,
is that the one?
I don't know. Only you can.
I
Oh, hang on. David F. Sandberg was actually in the. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. He was a missing
Yeah,
person.
it is this one. Have you seen It's What's Inside?
I don't think so.
You should add that to your list. It's pretty fun.
Okay, let me have a look here. Have you mentioned this film to me before?
Yeah,
Why
I
does
would have
it?
mentioned it when I watched it.
Yeah,
When did
it
I watch it? It
very
came
much sounds familiar.
out, oh, last
2024.
October. Came out in October.
Right.
It's one of those ones that Netflix just quietly added and didn't say anything,
Oh,
but
it's on
then,
Netflix. Okay.
yeah, and then, but word of mouth. kind of got it around, and that's where I saw or heard someone talk
Hmm.
about it. So I decided to watch it, and I wasn't sure when it
Oh yeah, I
first
remember you
started,
talking
but
about it now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Right. Oh my God,
that's a fun one for like a time loop
if you
movie.
have a look at the picture of the director on Letterboxd, like, yeah, I will watch anything that this guy makes because he just looks like an absolute goofball. Yeah, wow. Okay, cool. I have added that to my watch list. Thank you for that. Yeah. All right. What else you been watching?
Okay, what else? Oh,
Hmm.
another franchise. There's two movies.
Hmm.
I decided to complete the Mamma Mia movies. Andy Garcia's in the second one, that's why.
Ah, right.
And so I rewatched Mamma Mia because it's been a long time.
Hmm.
And that's one of those movies, like I know some ABBA songs, obviously, but I am not a fan. So,
Mm.
um, yeah, that wasn't a draw card for me, but they're happy songs and everyone in this movie looks like they're having the best time. And I think that helps the fun of the movie that
Hmm.
everyone is so happy and having a good time and it makes you have a good time.
Right.
And the ABBA songs are really catchy. So actually, annoyingly, I had them in my head for days afterwards. And so I was like, I need to watch the second one pretty soon because if the same thing happens, I just want to get it done rather than
Hmm.
have a gap and then suddenly have ABBA again. However, the sequel obviously had less to work with because all the songs that were in the first movie. So I didn't know
Ah.
a lot of songs in the second one.
Hmm.
But also, I saw reviews. People think the second movie is fun, and I do not because right away, oh, it's kind of a really big spoiler, but
Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to really care too much.
right away it opens that the character from the first one has died.
Ah,
And
spoiler.
yeah, so that's sad. And then there's marriage trouble.
Hmm.
So there's like stress and sadness through this movie, and I didn't find it fun.
Yeah, right.
So, Andy Garcia is wasted completely, and he's
What, as
just
in really
kind of
drunk?
that would have been more
Haha, boom,
fun.
boom.
No, he's like just has a couple of lines and is just in the background,
Hmm.
and he kind of gets a scene at the end to actually do something. But yeah, just didn't. The fun thing was actually right at the end of the movie, they just there's a scene with like all the characters, as in all the actors together singing a song, like
Oh, okay.
like all together, and that
Hmm.
was the best part of the movie, I
Oh,
think. So at least
wow.
it ended on a fun note.
Sure, right.
But the actual narrative movie part before it
Hmm.
all, because it's like a time, like it's showing a character when they're young. So
Hmm.
there's like the time when they were all young and then the current day ones. And so at the end, all the actors were mixed up together, singing the
Hmm.
song with their costumes and everything. So
Right, right.
yeah, that was very
Hmm.
disappointing. So
Okay.
yeah, it was quite sad.
Well, funnily enough, like, there's another movie that Kylie really wanted to show me, and now compared to a few other films that I've seen, it's actually, I mean, at the time I sort of thought, oh, this is pretty average, but now I'm starting to think, it wasn't actually that bad. Swim Fan from 2002, which, my review says it all. My wife asked me if I'd seen this film before, and I said no. Turns out I had many times, just under different titles. It's okay, but nothing I hadn't seen before. So this is your typical kind of, fatal attraction scenario. Psycho girl is fixated on guy who is in relationship. Guy cheats on girlfriend with psycho. Psycho thinks that he's all hers now, and shit happens. Yeah, you've seen it before. It wasn't a bad film. Like, it wasn't badly made or anything. If it was literally the only film in existence that about this subject matter, look, might have actually been pretty good. But yeah, we've seen it before. So yeah, but it was one of those movies I was kind of curious about ever since 2002. But yeah, I I gave it 2.5. It's like I said, the sort of movie that I didn't really like it, but if down the track, if Kylie was like, "Oh, can we watch Swim Fan again?" I would not be filing for divorce. I'd be like, "Yeah, sure, throw it on." Like, it's fine. Liam gave it 3 stars. What did he say? Swim Fan is a fine but totally forgettable film. The cast seem to be doing their best, and the editing is quite stylish. Actually, that is true. That was one thing I liked about it. But the film just can't escape its average trappings. I was expecting, hoping it would be a little cleverer than it actually is, but no. Yeah, that pretty much says it all. Although I just think that half a star was a little generous, but yeah, whatevs. Anyway, actually, there was one review that I saw, the number one review on Letterboxd out of popular reviews, and I love it. Someone died in that pool, someone came in that pool, and this town is so cheap they still host all the swimming competitions in that same pool. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is all I want to say about Swim Fan. Please tell me what else you got.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I watched Desert Blue, which is a movie that's it's from 98 actually,
Hmm.
directed by Morgan J. Freeman,
Ah.
which was a bit of a like what the fuck moment for a second until my brain processed that it's not that Morgan Freeman
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
that would have been weird.
Do you think all Morgan Freemans have like a middle initial that goes through the alphabet? Like, so I wonder what the Morgan Freeman who we know and love, I wonder what his initial, I've got to find out what his name is. Please keep talking. I'm just going to do
Okay.
some research.
So,
Uh,
this has been on my radar for years and years and years because
mm,
probably when I've looked up different cast members, because this has Kate Hudson in her
hmm
first film role, I think it is, Brendan Sexton III, who
Excuse me?
is a Warren from Empire Records,
Yeah.
John Hurd, Christina Ricci, Casey Affleck, Sarah Gilbert, Ethan, what's his name?
Sipley, yep.
Suplee, he's in it.
Cool.
Peter Sarsgaard, Michael
Wow.
Ironside. So,
What? I love
um,
Michael Ironside.
yeah, this is a fun movie. Basically, it's this town out in like the desert,
Mm,
and they have one of those like town attractions that they have like the world's largest ice cream cone.
okay.
And Kate Hudson's the daughter of this professor that's into that kind of stuff. So they're on a road trip, and he's like, "Oh, we got to go to this town and see the giant ice cream cone."
hmm
And while they're there, there's a truck transporting the secret ingredient to this soft drink that is everywhere and has a
mm
factory by the town.
hmm
And it crashes on the highway and spills, and the driver of the truck ends up dying in hospital. So they're
Oh, right.
like, oh, he got covered in this secret ingredient stuff. We
Mm.
don't know what it is. We've got to quarantine the town so you can't leave. So they have to stay there. This is like tiny town. Like there's one place to get food. They don't have a hotel because the one that they had burned down recently. So they're staying with the family that own the restaurant.
Mm.
And there's like, one shop, a doctor. I can't remember if they say how many people, but very few. And
hmm
so the kids in the town, which is Christina Ricci is like a goth that's kind of into like blowing up stuff. Like she buys the ingredients to make explosives and do things.
Right.
And she's together with Casey Affleck, who's like a like motocross guy or
hmm
quad bike whatever. And he's annoyed because he's stuck in town and can't go defend his title at some local race. And then you've got Ethan Suplee, who's wanting to become the deputy sheriff, and the girl who's the only actor I don't know who works at the local like grocery shop thing. And her and Ethan Suplee are kind of into each other, but not,
Mm.
you know they're at that beginning stages of not actually being together. And so then Kate Hudson's like this LA girl who's an actress and she's trying to get, or she's on some TV show, but they don't really know it because they don't get the shows and
hmm
whatever. And then Brendan Sexton III is like the main character, and his father died recently and in the hotel fire. And so she's just like got to hang out with them because they're the only kids in town apparently. And
Okay.
Peter Sarsgaard and Sarah Gilbert are the older older two who
Mm.
kind of just there. It's the kind of movie that people are just there, and it's
Mm.
like there is that general plot of they've been quarantined and what's this ingredient in the soft drink and whatever, but it's just kind of hanging out. But it has that vibe of, it just has a nice vibe that I just really enjoy just hanging out with them. It's the kind of movie that I would have been obsessed with if I had watched it around the time it came out.
Hmm.
But I still thought it was really fun now. But yeah, it's just interesting to have so many actors all together who went on, most of them to
Mm.
become like big names
Yeah, yeah,
that we all
right.
know. So that's streaming on Amazon Prime.
Hmm.
And no one I follow on Letterboxd has watched it.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's very rare when that happens. I've got two people that have marked it as wanting to watch, but
Mm.
that's it. So yeah, it's kind of one of those obscure movies considering the
Mm.
cast in it.
Yeah, I mean, I had absolutely never heard of it until you talked about
Mm.
it, but yeah. Cool. So my last film to talk about was one that I was hugely excited for. And yeah, it came to streaming and stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to watch it. And it is Heretic, with Hugh Grant, Sophie Thatcher, Chloe East, and yeah, based on the trailer, I kind of thought like, yeah, this looks like a really interesting, intriguing sort of a film. And yeah, the first half or so, so two Mormon girls go to this house where Hugh Grant resides, and um, he invites them in, and just straight away, like there's a lot of things that are just seem a little bit unsettling. Like, what is with this guy? Why does he keep like suggesting that his wife is too shy to come out to meet them and all of this sort of stuff. And yeah, you sort of think something sinister is going on, and then the girls discover that they're actually trapped in this place and everything. Like throughout this whole thing, I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, I am loving this. I am buying this on Blu-ray tomorrow. I don't know if it's out on Blu-ray, but yeah, whenever it comes, I need this movie in my collection because I love it so much. And then, of course, yeah, he presents them with this thing of like two doors and stuff, and like yeah, they go down into this basement thing, and from there, the movie lost me absolutely. I thought the second half of this film was so completely boring and nonsensical, and just it didn't give me what the first half had set up. I know you liked the movie a bit more than I did. You gave it 3.5.
Yeah.
I gave it 2.5. Oh, you actually said I wish the second half was a bit more exciting, but I still had a good time. Loved Chloe's performance. She's someone I'll now be looking out for her future films. Yeah. Look, I agree with that. I thought, and the reason I gave it 2.5 was because the performances and the cinematography were out of this world. I used to kind of hate Hugh Grant, but I'm sort of growing on him, and I thought he was terrific. Shut up. I thought he was terrific in this film. It really, because one of the reasons I never liked him was because he just played the same character over and over again, the bumbling, foppish sort of
Yeah, I
crip.
like that.
But that actually worked in this because,
Mm.
he he felt like a character. He wasn't menacing or anything, like um, yeah, like his intentions and everything were kind of fucked up, but like he didn't come across as like this evil person, and so I thought that really worked. But yeah, that second half just completely ruined it for me. Actually, I know I said before, like 2.5 stars is the kind of movie that I could happily watch again, but I don't even think I'd ever want to watch this movie again, to be honest. Like I just, yeah, geez, that was a disappointment. Um, Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm actually degrading this film now. I'm gonna just give it 2 stars because yeah, I wouldn't watch it again. Like, yeah. So yeah, big disappointment.
Mm. You did remind me to look up what Chloe East has coming up,
Right,
since
right.
I said that.
Mm.
She's in that Big Bold Beautiful Journey that's coming out.
Oh, okay, right, right. Which I still haven't watched
So
the trailer for. Um,
That's insane to me. You are not a Margot Robbie fan.
I'm clearly not. I do not know what I'm doing with my life. Yeah, I was gonna say one day if you have kids, but yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, having kids changes your world. Yeah, but anyway, in a good way. So yeah,
Yeah, but this
I
is like a trailer.
I know it's a trailer, but like even then that demonstrates just like how much my life is upside down. Yeah. But anyway, that's everything I've watched. So yeah, sorry to end it on such a down note, but I would actually sooner watch Swim Fan again than I would Heretic. There you go. Yeah. What else you got?
I don't know that I really have anything else
Hmm,
to talk about.
fair enough. Um,
So,
all right.
yeah.
Well, in that case, I don't know about you, but is it time to get the fishing rods out? Is it time to yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. What are we doing next?
Yeah, we should do Reelin in the Years,
Reeling in the
where
years.
we take a year and pick some films that we think are underseen or underappreciated to
Mm.
try and get them some more love.
Hmm.
And we are up to 2006 this episode.
We are indeed.
And I have not seen many films from 2006 that fit the criteria, so
Mm.
I don't have a lot to talk about.
Whereas I do. Yeah, there are yeah, so many really great films that came out that
Yeah, but
year.
I don't
Like
know. You always seem to every year have so many films. So
I know. But yeah, there were a bunch that I saw that I was like, oh, I know for a fact that that one has been underseen. So what, you've got three and I've got six, yeah?
I've got three, and one of them I talked about really recently, so I'm not going to say a lot.
Fair enough. Well, I am going to kick off the proceedings in that case. So yeah, as I mentioned before, James Gunn is just like one of the greatest human beings alive to me, and 2006 happened to be the year that he did his the directorial debut feature film, which was Slither, which is a film about a extraterrestrial parasite that comes to Earth in a meteorite and plagues a small town. But this film, oh my God, like this film was just made for me at the time. Like Nathan Fillion, who, at that point I was just obsessed with Firefly and Serenity. So the fact that he was in it was amazing. Elizabeth Banks, Greg Henry, Michael Rooker is so awesome in it. There's a whole bunch of really great people in this film, but yeah, I love this film. Not just because it was a James Gunn film, it is just so much fun. If you like your, you know, not trauma style because it was definitely above that, like it was definitely, an actual good film. But those sort of creature feature kind of things. Have you seen Slither?
No.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, cool, cool. Hello, kitty cat. Yeah, no, I absolutely love this film, and the special features on the Blu-ray were amazing as well because, yeah, Gunn's one of these people that takes care of the film fans out there because he is one. And yeah, there are some hilariously great special features on it, including one where Nathan Fillion takes you on a tour of the set, which was just so fucking funny. Because that guy in real life is just, yeah, an absolute comedian. So, yeah, no, that film, yep, strongly recommended.
Okay, I'm going to start. I mentioned earlier about at a previous book fest, I found a 5 pack of horror films,
Mm,
and this was on that 5 pack. It's
hmm
called Simon Says,
hmm
and it's a movie about 5 college friends who, go to the woods, find a place to camp, and meet serial, uh, oh no, they meet twin brothers, Simon and Stanley,
hmm
both played by Crispin Glover, and
Awesome.
and then the twins start killing them,
Right.
and this. is a movie that is completely ridiculous
Mm.
with stuff so silly that it made me laugh out loud at how
Right.
ridiculous stuff was.
Mm.
But it is worth watching for Crispin Glover and his performance
Mm.
as these twin brothers. And it does have some good kills in it as well. And I feel like revisiting it because it's been a while and
Hmm.
I don't remember a lot of the things from it now. But yeah, it's the kind of movie it's not great. It's your typical kind of slasher thing, but because of Crispin Glover's performance, and I don't remember what the kills are, but I noted in my review that there were some good ones, so
Hmm.
I guess there were. But yeah, so it's worth watching for that if you can track it down somewhere. It's
Okay.
not streaming that I know of,
Mm.
but yeah, definitely
Yeah,
a fun
right.
one to watch for horror fans.
Okay, cool. So my next one, now see, it's going to be kind of difficult to talk about this film. So, it's a movie called Hard Candy, and this was a film that stars Elliot Page before he was Elliot Page. So
Mm,
I am just going to be referring to him as Ellen Page because at this point in time,
mm.
he was a she called Ellen Page. So I totally respect the fact that he's now Elliot Page. Good on him. But just to make things easier, I'm just gonna take a trip back to 2006 where, yeah. Anyway, have you seen Hard Candy?
I think so, if it's the
Okay.
one I'm thinking of.
So Ellen Page plays a 14-year-old girl who goes to the home of a
Mm.
guy in his 30s, played by Patrick Wilson. And
Oh.
it turns out that he is an online predator, and she is basically it's yeah, kind of a revenge sort of a film in a way where yeah she basically goes through the process of turning the tables on this guy and kind of like torturing him and stuff in a way and yeah it is so good. I love the ending of the film, which I'm not going to obviously say anything about, but yeah, there's a lot of really cool sort of, I wouldn't say twists and turns, but like a lot of cool things that happen along the way through this thing, considering that, it's basically all set in one location and stuff. One of those sort of minimalist films, not a lot of actors, not a lot of locations. But yeah, really well done. The performances are fantastic.
I need to
Yeah,
watch this again. I must have seen it somewhere around the time it came out. I
right,
don't
right.
remember it, but the fact that it's Patrick Wilson, who I didn't really get to know until like Insidious and the Conjuring
Hmm.
movies. So I just would be really fascinated to watch it again. Now I know who he
Watch
is
it
to see
again.
him play
Yeah.
that kind of character.
Yeah, exactly. No, it is such a great film. It really, like every single scene in this film is just so engrossing. It's one of those movies that doesn't have a dull moment in it. It's yeah, just the pace is cracking. Like, yeah, really great film. So
Hmm.
yeah,
My next one is The Fall, which I mentioned
right.
before, and I mentioned last episode, I think, when I watched it. But
Hmm.
yes, very visually beautiful movie, and um, if you're like me, it'll take a while to get into it, but then it pays off in the second half. Or if you're like
Hmm.
Fraser Job, you'll really like the start, and then you might lose you in the second half. But yeah, so interesting, just like the cell, like just yeah, the visuals are well worth watching. This is a completely
Hmm.
different movie from the cell.
Right, right.
It's more like telling a story, except the real life stuff has as much to do with the movie as the story. It's not just a setup.
Hmm.
But yes, highly recommend. And I'm very happy still that Umbrella got the rights to release that and make it available digitally as well, so that more people can see it. Because, yeah,
Hmm.
I did, when I first heard about it, it was nowhere, and I thought it would be ages until I could see it.
Yeah,
But
right.
yes, good timing to find out about it just a few months before it becomes available.
Oopsies. By the way, I have to interject here. I did look up, so Morgan Freeman does not have a middle name. So he is obviously
Ah,
the
he's
alpha.
the,
He's like the
yeah.
prototype or whatever. And then there was Morgan A. Freeman, Morgan B. Freeman, like and
Mm,
so on. So yeah, I just wanted to because obviously, our listeners, our viewers are like, but what happened to the Morgan Freeman thing? So there you go.
yeah.
Um, my next one that I've got, I was sort of borderline with this one. I'm not sh I just don't hear a lot of people talking about it because I think it's underrated because it's an Adam Sandler film. And straight away people are like, yeah, yeah, I don't want to watch that. But have you seen the movie Click?
No.
Ah, see, all right, yep, all right, I'm adding this one
But
then.
I mean, it's an Adam Sandler movie, so I've only
I
seen like
know,
two of
but
his movies or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. So this is one of the ones where Adam Sandler didn't act like a complete dickhead. It was actually more of a uh, serious comedy, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So the plot is basically about this guy who now it's been a very long time since I've seen it, so I'm trying to remember here, but he is one of these like he's a family man, but he prioritizes work over everything, and he's trying to keep track of like family life and work and all that sort of stuff, and so this weird guy played by Christopher Walken. Gives him this remote control that basically can kind of like help him with his life and stuff. And hang on, I'm just trying to read it. So, but it winds up that he ends up kind of like overdoing things trying to because he's got this he thinks that this is just like the easy way out for everything but like yeah because he winds up skipping parts of his life and stuff and so there's all these moments where like he misses the passing of his father who was played by Henry Winkler and all these other things like and it's one of those movies that kind of makes you understand the important things in your life. And it is an absolute tearjerker. Like, I cannot watch this movie without, like crying at the end. Like, it is so freaking sad, which you don't expect from a Adam Sandler film. But the cast is amazing. You got Kate Beckinsale plays his wife. And I will never forget there is a scene where she's wearing nothing but a Wonder Woman t-shirt and underwear and that burned in my brain. Yeah. Like I said, Christopher Walken, Henry Winkler, David Hasselhoff is in it as Adam Sandler's boss, who, just completely takes advantage of him. And yeah, he's absolutely amazing. You got Sean Astin, Jonah Hill. There's like so many great people in this film. And yeah, I absolutely adore this movie. Yeah. Well, out of curiosity, what's the oh shit, wow. Okay. I was thinking to myself, like, surely this has like a really good Rotten Tomatoes score. It's got 34% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't know. The consensus is this latest Adam Sandler vehicle borrows shamelessly from It's a Wonderful Life and Back to the Future and fails to produce the necessary laughs that would forgive such imitation. Yeah, but see, I don't go into this movie for the lols. I go in for it for more for the life lessons and stuff. So maybe if your frame of mind is that sort of way, like you might enjoy it more. But yeah, no, I strongly recommend that film. Like, yeah, absolutely love it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
My last one is kind of borderline,
Hmm.
but it's Bug, directed by William Friedkin. And I
Right.
find that when people talk about Friedkin, this one is not mentioned that often.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is one of those movies that completely blew me away the first time I watched it. It's got five
Mm,
stars. I came across this one through my Michael Shannon thing of
hmm
wanting to watch all of his movies. I did not even know about it before that. And I thought it was going to be a horror movie about bugs
mm.
literally crawling around everywhere. It's not that kind of movie, but it's almost completely all in one location. It's got Ashley Judd in it, and Harry Connick Jr.
hmm
But it's mainly she works at she's like a waitress at a bar, and she has a friend. that works, I think she works there as well. Anyway, she's got a friend there, and the friend meets Michael Shannon one night, and the three of them go back to, she lives at like a motel kind of place, has a room
Hmm.
there, and they're hanging out, and the friend has to leave for whatever reason, but she's been getting on with Michael Shannon, so he stays. And then the movie just becomes the two of them, and it's like he has ideas about things, and he starts talking to her and telling her all these things, and then she kind of gets sucked into believing what he's saying, and it just becomes this big thing. The bug is in like, bug, they're listening to us kind of
Hmm.
bug, and he's like, searching, and it just, yeah, it's really intense. I think it was a play or originally that then got turned into a movie.
Right.
And so, yeah, it is pretty much these two, so intense. But a lot of people, this is probably a me thing. There's a lot of people who find this movie hard to handle, and they class it as one of those, movies you watch once and then like that's it, it's too dark, can't watch it again.
Right.
I've
Right.
I've watched it twice now.
Hmm.
I think because shortly after I discovered it, it got a Blu-ray release from Imprint, I think.
Hmm.
So I think I watched it again when I got that.
Yeah. Right.
But it is very dark and full on and intense, especially like right at the end. It's kind of, one of those movies that keeps building as it goes along
Hmm.
to a big ending.
Hmm.
And then this Chris Cornell song Seasons plays over the closing credits, which is perfect for being a Chris Cornell song.
Hmm.
But also, I feel like after what happens in the movie and then switching to that over the credits, I just feel like works really well together.
Hmm.
But yeah, I definitely think this one is well worth watching. Harry Connick
Cool.
Jr. is her ex-husband who
Hmm.
has been in jail, and he
He was
gets out
so
of
good.
jail. So
Yeah.
he turns up for a little while
Hmm.
in the middle of the movie. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just find this movie really fascinating. I
Hmm.
would put it as one of my, actually, I would say I'd put it as one of my favorite Friedkin films, but it's got
Hmm.
so many good films. I do find some lesser than other people think, but The Exorcist, obviously, and To Live and Die in LA and Bug are probably my top three of his films. I've still obviously got a bunch to watch because he did quite a few films. But yeah, I would put them above French Connection and Sorcerer and
Right.
Cruising. I
Cool.
need to
Yeah, no,
watch
I
Killer Joe.
so yeah, you recommended this film to me and I did watch it and I did love it. It was yeah, I can vouch for this recommendation. It was extremely good.
Yeah, and I'd put it
Hmm.
in one of my top Michael Shannon movies as well because he's
Mm.
so good in this.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, since I got three more, I'm just gonna wrap them up very quickly. One of them was a movie that I actually didn't think was going to be as good as it was, but that is My Super Ex-Girlfriend. That was directed by Ivan Reitman, and it stars Uma Thurman, who I've just learned her middle name is Karuna. She's Uma Karuna Thurman. Luke Wilson, Anna Faris, yeah, Rainn Wilson, who was actually, hang on. Was he in Slither? No, he wasn't in Slither. No. No, I'm thinking of Super. Never mind. Yeah, it's essentially a movie about a guy whose girlfriend is a superhero, but it's, kind of from that perspective, like when you see a Superman film and he's with Lois, like that's kind of like you're focused on Superman, whereas in this case, it's about the other side of the relationship, like what it's like to actually be with a superhero. So, yeah, it was quite good. The actually, I'm gonna save that one till last because I don't want to end on a down note. The other one of the
What?
other ones, sorry.
You don't want to end on a down note. You
Yeah.
are highlighting a movie that you don't like.
No, I've got two films here. One of them is like super awesome. One of them super depressing. So I'm gonna go with the super
Oh,
depressing one
okay.
now. And it is a movie. It's an Australian film called Candy, which has Heath Ledger and Abbie Cornish. Jeffrey Rush is in it. Those are the only three people in the film. And yeah, it is a really super depressing film about heroin addiction. Actually, no, there are more people in the film. Just looking now. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, no, because I looked over at one section and it was just like those three, and I was like, were they the only three? No. Anyway, yeah, it's basically about a couple who are, like super in love with each other and stuff, but they're heroin addicts who are trying to get out of that whole thing. And Jeffrey Rush was their dealer, who's also kind of like a mentor character to Ledger's character. But yeah, it's super depressing, but like yeah, it's a super must-watch film as well because yeah, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. But then the last film that I want to talk about is the movie Crank, which I know I have discussed in previous. Actually, we talked about it with Liam, who wasn't a
Right.
huge fan of it. But oh my God, this film to me reinvented action films when it came out.
Is
Um,
this, I wouldn't count this as a underrated film
oh, see, I would.
or
Okay,
underseen.
let me go to, well, because there's a lot of people that I've spoken to who have never heard of it before.
Really?
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, seriously.
Movie people or like
Yeah,
normal
even
people?
even movie people.
Wow,
Well,
that's
apparently,
really surprises me.
According to Letterboxd, you haven't even seen it. So there you go.
Yeah, but I've heard of it and I know it.
Yeah, but you haven't seen it, so there you go. That's my point. This is to
Yeah.
make people watch these movies. This is why we're here and talking about them.
Okay.
So yeah, Jason Statham plays a
But it,
guy who has been administered a poison, and he
oh,
essentially
this, yes. I rem have you not talked about this before?
and he has only an hour to live, but he's got to keep putting like
Hmm.
adrenalizing his body to like find to get revenge on the people that did it to him. Um, the style of this film is insane. The like it's almost like an experimental sort of film, the way a lot of things are done, in terms of like, the look of things, the camera work, like the two guys who directed it, and shot it, like a lot of times they shot things on rollerblades, like carrying cameras along and stuff like that. Or yeah, they invented like a remote control car chassis that had a camera on it to drive in amongst, you know, in a car chase scene, stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's just an absolutely wild ride, this film. So, yeah, I love it so super much, and everybody needs to see it, including you, because you haven't seen
Hmm.
it.
Well, I do feel, I mean, apart from the fact I have projects and they never happen, but I
Hmm.
do um, find Jason Statham is really, I don't know, there's something about him in movies that
Hmm.
um, I like. So
Hmm.
it's he's kind of one of those guys that I'll watch anything he's in, even if people trash it,
I'd
because
love to know what you think
The
of this
Meg.
film. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, anything. I know there's what's that movie, the bee one?
The bee one,
That
the beekeeper.
the Yes.
Right.
Like that gets trashed by a lot of people, but
Mm.
even my parents watched it and recommended it to me.
Hmm.
So, and I'm like, well, it's Jason Statham. I will give it a go. And then, of
Yeah, yeah.
course, as we said with Liam in the future episode to come,
Mm.
his new movie, The Working Man, was co-written by Sylvester Stallone. So,
Hmm.
I am curious to watch that one as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yes,
This
I
film
will watch this.
also has a cameo by Chester Bennington from Linkin Park in it as well, which was yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool. But
Hmm.
it's also got Efren Ramirez, who was Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite, and his character in this is
Hmm.
like, ah, he's so super
You know
cool.
what? I am going to watch Napoleon Dynamite because I want to know if when did that come out?
2004.
Okay, I was going to say teenage me, but yeah. I was past that by then.
I look, even though
Younger
Napoleon,
me um didn't like it, but I
mm,
wonder if current me, especially
mm,
when you compare it to sort of the style of like Hot Rod instead of just being like random, funny,
and Dinner
weird
in
stuff.
America.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
I want to revisit it to
Yeah,
know
yeah,
for
cool.
sure because whenever you mention that, I just in my head I'm just like, oh, that movie, and so I
Mm,
want to just check if that's the correct response
It
for
is one of
me
those
to
movies
have.
that, yeah, look, I totally get why people wouldn't like it. It is a very different kind of a film, but
Mm,
it appealed to me so much that it is in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
yeah.
I love that film so much, but yeah, but no, I'd love to know what you think of Crank as well. I also think that, yeah, it's maybe I could understand why people wouldn't be as into this one as I was, but yeah, but no, I thought it was one of those cases, sometimes a movie like this is just pure style over substance, but I thought the substance in this movie as well, like absolutely matched the style. So, yeah, no, highly recommended. And yeah,
Mm.
that concludes our reeling.
Oh, um, I'm just
Mhm.
reading Liam's review where he said the camera work and editing frustrated him.
Oh yeah, I completely, yeah, like it was because it was shot on reasonably well, some of it was shot on low budget digital camera. It was all shot digitally. It was like one of the first movies that, well, went totally digital. And so because they had smaller cameras that could go everywhere, like, there's a lot of frantic camera work in there. So
Mm.
yeah, I totally understand, but yeah, no, it is a bonkers ride, that movie. Like, yeah, absolutely love it. So yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
We've reeled our reels in, and we put the rods away for another episode. Um, all right,
And
so
now it's time for some fun trivia.
it is time for some fun trivia with Nobbins Knowledge, starring Mr. Nobbins himself. So let's go grab him.
Dun,
And
dun,
here's
dun.
Nobbins, everybody. Yay! You can just imagine right now, Mr. Nobbins, there is just a round of applause erupting out in the world of listeners right now. Can you hear it in your brain?
Sounds more like a square of applause to me. Maybe a
Hmm.
yeah, octagon of applause.
Yeah, yeah, that's actually wow. We're getting into shapes. I've had enough watching Miss Rachel on YouTube with the kids and learning about shapes, so I don't really want to talk about shapes right now. But thank you anyway.
Well,
Um,
this is your life for your next 5 years at
it,
least.
oh my God. Yes. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Look, amazing. Just absolutely
Just
raring to get into some trivia because that's what you're here for. That's what Nobbins Knowledge is all about. It
I
is
did
about
wonder.
the movie trivia. So yeah, would
Oh, movie
you?
trivia. I accidentally did TV trivia. Oops.
Oh lol. So would you care to explain to people exactly how this works and what the hell we're doing? Because God, I don't know.
Well, we're here to expand our knowledge of things trivial in the movie world.
Ooh.
I'm going to ask you 20 questions, you and
Hmm.
Frankie. You're going to attempt to guess the correct answer. If you do, I will magnanimously award you a point.
Oh, I like
And
being awarded things magnanimously.
magnanimously,
Yeah, that's always fun.
phenomena.
Do, 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 do.
And we're keeping a running total.
Yes. Where are
And
we at the moment? Because I
we're
can never
currently
remember.
very close. Frankie is on 47 and you're on 45. So just
Yeah,
two
that's right.
between you.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
Getting ever
close.
closer to 137, the magic number to hit.
Yep.
And then,
Which is not that far away
no,
when you consider there's 20 points up for grabs every
yeah.
time.
Actually, that's true. That is very true. Yep.
It's just that we miss some
Yeah.
sometimes.
Nobbins is here when he feels like it. Damn it.
That's true. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you got all the correct answers for the next 5 shows,
Mm.
then what are we in? January next year, we should get to
Hmm.
it. So, yeah, it's
Hmm.
not far away.
Yeah, no, look, I'm all over that. Challenge accepted. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get every single answer
Good.
correct. Hmm.
So, today, the trivia is going to
Mm.
be on movie debuts, debuts in the movies.
Oh,
So,
debuts. It took me
Oh,
a
right.
second.
I'll be like, okay, well, I think I can remember a few.
is that how you pronounce it? There you go.
Debuts in movies.
Debuts
Okay.
in movies.
If
So
we were doing that thing where we were like picking a line from the episode to call the title of the video, like
Butts in
this,
movies.
debuts in movies would definitely be it. But yeah, sadly, we're not doing that anymore. But
oh well,
anyway,
it is what it is.
exactly.
So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, as I said. So
Ah.
the first question in each set of two will be the name of an actor, and then I will read out three multiple choice answers.
Hmm.
And you have to guess which one was their a movie debut.
Debut,
Mm.
please. Come
After
on.
debut, please.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and
it's
then
got to be that.
the second part will be a movie about, sorry, a question about that movie. So
Right.
whatever that movie is.
Well done.
Nice.
Wow. Once again, you are just bringing the Nobbins knowledge.
The knowledge, hopefully. So
Yeah.
some of them are pretty obscure.
Hmm.
There's some tough ones and some easier ones. So there's some
Hmm.
pretty famous debuts,
Debuts.
um, and some not so famous debuts.
Right, right.
And
Okay.
as you expect, being debuts, some of those movies are reasonably obscure themselves.
Yep,
Mm.
yep. Nah, wouldn't have it any other way.
All right, so shall we kick off?
We should
Yeah,
have,
what are
yes.
our buzzers?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Buzzers. Let's see. I think Frankie, you can be D,
Oh,
and
fuck you.
Sorry, Dan, you can be
I
Butt.
was gonna say, what has she got two buzzers? Yeah,
That might
D and
be
butt. Okay, yep.
D
Okay, so
Butt.
I am butt.
Yep.
Cool. Yep, love it.
I yeah, I do like big butts. I cannot lie.
Yeah, let's not get into that because I'm gonna sing the whole song. All right, here we go.
Here
Woo.
we go.
All right.
Question one.
Mm,
Ready? Okay.
mm.
Andy
Oh, just,
Garcia.
oh, fuck.
A. Blue Skies Again. B. A Night in Heaven. Or C. The Mean Season.
But
Yes, Dan.
A.
A. Blue Skies Again is correct.
Ooh. Did you know
Just,
that or did you guess? You
I
guessed. Because
just
I don't know.
totally guessed.
I haven't studied his filmography in as
I've
much depth as
never
some other people.
heard of those films
Never
before.
heard of those films before. As I said, some of these are fairly obscure.
I just had
Uh,
a, 33.333% chance of getting that one right. And yeah.
and you did, yeah.
Whew.
So the movie Blue Skies again
Mm,
features as a storyline about a sport.
mm. Oh,
What sport would that be? Is it A, football, B, softball, C, baseball, or D, golf?
but
D.
Dan just.
yeah. I think I golf.
No.
Mm.
Frankie.
Oh, no, I'm just trying to decide between two.
It'll be the other one. No matter which one you
And it'll
decide,
be okay. I'll go softball.
it's the other one. It's baseball.
Baseball. Damn it.
That famous movie Blue Skies again.
Yes, yes. One of
Just
my
love it.
favorite baseball films.
Oh yeah, and they're all great
Well, although
apparently.
it's going on my list now because I'm intrigued about a young Andy Garcia in a baseball movie.
In Blue
Yeah, of
Skies
course you
again.
are.
Yeah.
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 Okay, this one is very easy. So this will be a who gets in
Is
first.
it?
It is Johnny Depp.
Right.
D.
Yes, Frankie.
Ah,
Nightmare on Elm
yeah.
Street.
Correct.
God damn it.
I was like, is it easy? And then I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very famously.
Very famously is the butt.
Hmm.
So in A Nightmare on Elm Street, what time must you avoid falling asleep to stay alive? Is it A, before midnight, B, between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., C, after 2 a.m., or D, at sunset?
I
I
don't
don't think
remember
there
that being a
was
thing.
anything like that in the film. Um, uh,
D.
so,
Yes, Frankie.
Um, midnight.
No.
so what were
I,
the other three answers?
Between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., after 2 a.m., which could also be between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., or at
Yeah.
sunset.
hmm,
Um,
I don't really get this
no,
question.
this was never in the film.
Apparently.
Uh, um, 2
Because
a.m.
otherwise, wouldn't everyone just nap in the daytime if it didn't, if there was
This was
times?
not in the film.
This is contested. Yeah,
Hmm.
this is a chat GPT question, I have to confess. So it may not be correct.
Yeah, man, I've seen this
So
film a lot of times.
according to ChatGPT, it's between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm,
Hmm.
doubtful, people say. All right, we'll put
That was never addressed
an
in the film.
asterisk
Yeah.
against that one.
Yeah. Hmm.
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 Okay, next question.
Nobbins
Moving on quickly.
knowledge.
Nicole Kidman. A,
Hmm. But
yes, Dan.
BMX bandits.
No.
Oh. Why? Oh,
Frankie. A, BMX Bandits.
it's not that.
B, Dead Calm. Or C, Bush Christmas.
Oh, it must be Bush Christmas.
Correct.
Hmm. Oh, fuck off.
Just slightly before BMX
Oh,
Bandits.
yeah, but is that from ChatGPT?
No, that's from IMDb.
All right then. That's a more credible source. Between
Um,
3 a.m. and
so
4 a.m. Whatever.
Bush Christmas is set in the Australian outback, as you all know, having watched it many times.
Oh, so many times.
I've actually seen Bush Christmas before.
Oh,
So what animal causes the initial trouble in the movie?
but
Yes,
it is a
Dan.
wild boar. It's
It is.
always a wild boar in the Australian outback.
Unfortunately, it's not Razorback, no.
No, 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 it's a wild boar. Like I'm telling you now.
So Frankie, you get the answers. Is it a wild dingo, B, a runaway horse, C, a mischievous koala, or D, a herd of cattle?
I could actually, those are all plausible as well.
Um, well, I did. Koala wouldn't really. They're a bit slow moving, aren't they? They
Hmm.
wouldn't really create
And
that
sleepy,
much.
yeah.
Hmm.
I will guess dingoes aren't really outback, are they?
Oh
They're
yeah.
like, are they? I just
Yeah, there
think
was
they
that.
always
That,
seem to be
that's
like
where they
sort
steal the
of.
Have
babies
you
from.
ever heard of
Well,
Azaria
yeah, but I
Chamberlain?
didn't think that was outback. I thought that was more
Just
That was
in the city,
other
in the
places.
suburbs.
Yeah, in the
No, not
suburbs.
there. Well, I guess,
A
well, I guess
dingo
it
got
depends
my
what you term
baby from the
outback. I think
backyard.
of outback as like way out nowhere, and I didn't think
Dingo came into
dingoes
my
were there.
living
I
room
thought
and
they were
got my
like, where
baby.
people go camping and stuff.
Yeah, people
Um,
go camping in the outback.
yeah, but
What?
not like, I guess I don't know the official term of outback. I think of that as being like right, like
Yeah.
way out
There's a
nowhere.
sign that says outback starts here.
No, not. All right, I hate this question now. I'm just gonna pick a horse.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
fuck
care
off.
anymore.
Oh.
All right. Sean
I'm not
Connery.
Australian, so that's my,
Well, no one here is.
Sean Connery, yes, let's go.
yeah, and that's pretty funny actually. We just sound like it.
Sean Connery is made his debut in A, No Road Back, B, Doctor No, or C, Marnie.
What was the name of the first one, sorry?
No Road Back.
But
Yes, Dan.
no road back.
Correct.
Yes, it was a complete
Yes.
guess.
I feel like when you guess, just go A.
Well, it was kind of an
Yeah.
educated guess. I don't know about you guys, but that's the only one I'd never heard of.
You should always go with the one you've never heard of, apart from when it's Johnny Depp.
I don't think I'd heard of
Yeah.
C. What was C again?
Marnie.
Marnie,
Oh, no, I've heard of that
Hitchcock.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, was he
And
in that?
Doctor No.
Well,
So,
yeah, I've heard of that, obviously.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
I haven't seen Marnie, but
yeah,
No, but I've heard of it.
I know of it. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, in No Road Back,
Hmm.
Sean Connery played a what or had what profession?
A wild
Was
boar.
he
No, that's
incorrect?
not an
Okay,
official answer. I did not say the keyword.
was he a taxi driver, B, a newspaper reporter, C, a general repairman, or D, a bouncer?
D. I just want him to be a newspaper reporter.
That was
He
my
wasn't,
guess.
unfortunately.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, okay. But
Yes,
he
Dan.
was, of course, a taxi driver.
He was, of course, a bouncer. Sorry.
That's what I said. Rewind. Have a listen. No,
Rewind.
okay, I didn't really. Damn it. A bouncer.
Yeah,
What?
who'd have thought? Christian Bale, was
Mm.
he debuting in A, Empire of the Sun, B, Newsies, or C, Batman Begins?
Ooh.
D,
Yes, Frankie.
the second one.
No.
Nah,
But
you know, obvious now.
yeah,
Yes,
no,
Dan.
I actually think I did have this somewhere in the back of my head.
Well,
So
it doesn't matter.
Empire of the Sun.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah.
So, Empire of the Sun was famously directed by Steven Spielberg.
Hmm.
Which country was it set in?
But
Was it, yes, Dan?
China.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very good movie, that one.
I've not seen it.
Really? That's a
Yeah,
classic.
looks
Okay,
boring.
next. Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio
Oh,
was debuting in A, What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Ooh.
but
Yes.
it was what's.
Yeah.
Oh no, hang on, it wasn't. Oh, well, I'm stuck with it now. What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Yes. No, unfortunately.
Oh, you could have
Yeah.
guessed one
So,
of the other ones.
yes. So the other answers are B, Critters 3, or C, This Boy's Life.
Ooh.
Ooh, This Boy's Life.
No, it was Critters 3.
Oh, Critters 3, Electric
Ah,
Boogaloo.
couldn't picture like I don't know how far apart they were, but I just couldn't remember which he was
Couldn't
the
see him in
youngest.
Critters. Yeah.
Hmm.
So in Critters 3, how does a family try and escape the critters? Is it by A, hiding in a neighbor's barn, B, boarding up their windows with metal sheets, C, driving away in an RV, or D, escaping through the sewer system?
D,
Yes, Frankie.
driving an RV.
No.
Well, it's in the
But,
movie.
but.
It's in
Yes,
the movie.
Dan.
That's how they leave at the
All
beginning
right.
when they first discover them. Ah,
Barn or sewer, barn or sewer, barn or sewer. It's one of these two. It's one of these two. It's barn or sewer. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. Sewer.
Yes.
Boom. Lock it in. There you go.
you tricked me by having another part of the movie in the answers.
Oh, that's the idea of having multiple choice for tricks. Okay, next, Kate Winslet. Did she make her debut in
Ooh,
A, Titanic, B, Jude, or C, Heavenly
But
Creatures?
D.
Yes, Dan.
Heavenly Creatures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, I should have jumped in early.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
thought it
it
was
was
that too.
that.
Yeah, yeah, same.
So, famously directed by Peter Jackson, it
Hmm.
recounts a true story
Mm.
from Kiwi land. So, in that story, what crime did the two girls commit?
But
Yes, Dan.
murder.
Yes.
Oh, I was I was thinking of more detail of like who they killed or whatever,
No,
but yeah,
just
Yeah.
just what
damn
they
Just
it.
keep
did.
it simple, stupid.
Yes, keep it simple. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. No, I'm not. No, it's a phrase like
No,
PISS, like
I
keep it.
know, but it's
So
pretty
I
rude.
wasn't
it did seem
actually
pretty
calling you
directed at you,
stupid.
Frankie. I think you were.
Mm,
Hmm.
mm.
Florence Pugh.
Oh,
Did she debut in A, The Commuter, B, The Falling, or C, Malevolent?
D.
Yes, Frankie.
Oh, I've never heard of one, so that doesn't help me try and figure out which one came out first. The Falling.
Correct.
well
Yes, I
done.
just picked that 'cause I liked the title. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it either. So,
No, well, I have
fam
now.
the famous
Yeah.
movie The Falling
Mm.
centered around what thing happening at an English girls' boarding school in the
Ooh.
1960s? Was it a fainting epidemic,
I see what you did there.
B, a satanic cult, C, multiple girls getting pregnant by unknown means,
Ooh,
or D, girls get being abducted?
I want to see all
D.
four of those movies.
Yes,
Yeah.
Frankie.
B.
No.
Hmm.
Sorry, what
Oh, what
was?
was B?
Well,
I
it's
don't remember
definitely.
what B was.
A satanic cult was B.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I
probably shouldn't have picked
refuse to
that one.
believe it's the fainting thing or whatever it was. So what were the last two?
Multiple girls getting pregnant by unknown means,
That's right.
or girls being abducted.
Oh, I'm gonna go the pregnancy thing because that just sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does, but unfortunately, it's not the right answer. The right answer is a fainting epidemic.
What? No. Are you shitting me? They actually named a movie The Falling.
Uh-huh.
That just sounds so comical,
It does,
doesn't
doesn't it?
it?
As soon as I saw that, I thought I need to see this movie.
I
I'm
thought
just
you
just gonna sidebar.
clearly I thought you made that up because I was like, oh, that's a Nobbins one, that
I'm
one.
I'm
Like,
just
so
I
the other
just wanted
ones
to
you
look.
made up.
Yes.
Holy shit, dude, you need to be a script writer
Oh,
because
you
that
know
sounds
what?
really interesting.
Interesting, because the movie poster has a pentagram on it.
Oh, so it's about a satanic cult that abducts all these girls.
And makes
They
them
become
pregnant,
pregnant and
and then they
faint
faint
with their
because of
morning
their
sickness.
pregnancy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Oh man,
Wraps it all
this
up.
has just got box office dollars written
I
all
Liam
over
gave
it.
this 3 stars.
Oh, Liam's seen it. Well, there you go.
Dear
Yeah.
ChatGPT, write us a script
Initially
now.
struggled. Story takes some unexpected turns, and I
Hmm.
must confess I did finish the film feeling a little bewildered and underwhelmed.
And dizzy. I can't, man, this has just blown my mind over. Wow. Okay.
I'm
All
adding
right.
that to my
Moving
watch
on.
list. If it
Yeah.
comes available to streaming, I'm gonna watch it.
Hmm. How many questions we got
Uh,
left?
we got 4 more questions.
Okay, good stuff because I'm enjoying this.
Next actor is Samuel Jackson. Was
Oh,
he debuting in A, Pulp Fiction, B, JD's Revenge, or C, Together for Days?
oh, wow.
D.
Yes, Frankie.
Together for Days.
Correct.
Well
Yes.
done.
Knew it wasn't the first one,
Well,
obviously. So
he was
I just,
he was the black guy in Sea of Love. I mean, you got.
yeah, that was one of his early
I
ones.
mean, I don't think
Yeah.
he's ever played a white guy.
Well, no, but he
I
was
think most of
credited
his
in the end
roles have
credits
been.
as black guy.
Oh,
I'm just
really?
like, doesn't he play that role in every single movie
Yeah,
he's
pretty
in?
much.
Like,
Yeah.
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 So in
Star Wars Episode One: The Phantom Menace, Samuel Jackson as black guy.
Black Guy Returns. So Together for Days focuses on a interracial couple, but which
Ah,
city do they live in? A, Philadelphia, B, Chicago, C, Los Angeles, or D, New York?
but
D.
Yes, Dan.
Chicago.
No.
Oh,
Ah,
good. That
because
was
I
my
was
guess.
yeah, I was actually going to say Chicago even before you read the answers out, but then
Um,
yeah, wow, fuck my life.
Philadelphia.
Mm.
No, it was actually New York.
Oh, I was gonna pick
Oh,
New York.
well,
Damn
you were
it.
going to pick Chicago.
Yeah,
You were going to pick all four of them
I know.
in
No,
the
I
hope
wasn't
that
gonna
one
pick
of them was
LA.
correct.
Yeah,
Oh, I see. Right, right. Just the other three.
just the
Yeah.
other three.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, our final actor is Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
Did he debut
Ooh.
in Less Than Zero, B, Weird Science, or C, Pound?
ooh. I'm going to let Frankie have this one in case she's wrong and I can narrow
D.
it down to two.
Yes, Frankie.
Well, I've got it down to two, I think. I don't know. The last one that I've
Correct.
never heard of.
Fuck.
Well, that backfired. Unless
Yeah,
were you going to
well.
pick that one or
Oh, I don't know. I can't even remember what
oh,
the. I know one of them was Weird Science, and I didn't think it was that.
Yeah, Less Than
Um,
Zero,
no,
which is
which
early.
I also don't know.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
So
it's cool.
Pound, that
Mm.
famous movie,
Oh,
is an
Pound.
ex
Yeah.
yeah, it's an experimental comedy about dogs, of course.
Mm.
Ooh,
Ah, of course.
Of
Yeah,
course.
another clever title.
Mm,
experimental comedy. That's
yeah,
intriguing.
Yes.
as opposed to a straightforward comedy.
A lot of my
Mm.
jokes are experimental. I
Yeah,
throw them out. I don't know what results I'm going to get, but I'll just try it anyway. Like this
generally
one.
silence.
Hey, there we go. This is obviously a winner.
Boo.
Yeah.
Who directed Pound?
Oh,
Was it A, Robert Altman, B, Robert Downey Sr., C, John Cassavetes, or D, Francis Ford Coppola?
uh,
Ooh,
but
D.
Yes, Dan.
fuck, I don't know. C, John Cassavetes.
It was not John Cassavetes.
Can
Oh,
it?
good. That's who I was going to pick.
Oh man, wow, our
Oh, so it's
brains are
one
in
of
sync with all the wrong answers today.
Downey Sr.
Correct. It was his dad. His dad gave
Yeah,
him
Oh,
a
because I
jolt.
knew it wasn't Altman, and then I'm
hmm.
pretty sure it wasn't Coppola. That just does not sound like a comedy
No,
Yeah,
film.
I
no.
kind of had a 50-50 shot and
But I was
failed
going to pick
miserably.
Cassavetes, so I'm glad that
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
in first.
Damn it. That was my tactic. Stop stealing my tactic.
So well done, everyone.
Thank you. Well
At the
done
end
you
of
as well, by the way. Like before we
Yeah,
go
they were
on,
good
that was a
questions,
really great round.
apart from
apart
that
from
one.
the random, I should
Oh
rely
yeah, the
on
Elm Street one. That
I should
was
rely
Yeah.
on
absolute
Copilot.
bullshit. But you
Yeah,
made up for it with the falling one because
Yeah.
that was
I'm still just absolutely gobsmacked that it is a movie about people fainting. Like, wow. Yeah,
as
that's
opposed to the sequel falling down.
yeah. No, that was about cerebral palsy. Never mind. No, please keep going.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What
Whoops.
was the time that we got cancelled? 37 minutes. So yeah, the score. Dan, you got 7, and Frankie, you got 7,
Oh, well
Ooh.
done.
which leaves
Yay.
the running total at Dan, you're on 52, and
Hmm.
Frankie, you're on 54. So maintaining that 2-point lead.
And Julian McMahon was on 56.
You just can't help yourself.
Oh, it was funny. See, that was one of those experimental jokes. I
Experimental,
didn't know what
yeah.
was going to happen, but I threw it out there, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That one didn't work, so I will cross that off my repertoire.
Yeah, it's like the Manhattan experiment. It probably shouldn't
Yeah.
have happened.
Talk about falling down. That just turned the
Okay, now
tone of
that
the
was
show.
good. Alrighty. Nobbins, that was absolutely huge fun. Thank you so much
Pleasure.
for yours and ChatGPT's efforts. Mostly your efforts, which were
Yes.
clearly a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thus
every
proving the point about AI versus
yeah.
Don't rely on
actual.
AI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do
was
your
that
research.
maybe something in the remake? Like, because I've only
I
ever
I
seen that once and I
don't
don't really remember it.
I don't remember that being a thing. I feel like I would have remembered
Hmm,
if they brought that in, but I don't know
yeah,
because I don't remember a lot of detail about it.
yeah. It's got me really curious now. But anyway, cool. Well, yes, Nobbins, we'll see you in a month.
You will. Or
Yeah, because
four
that's what we
weeks,
do
whatever
now.
comes
We
first. Yep.
yeah. Yes. No, thank you very, very much. And yeah, we will catch you next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you go. Well done. It was 7 and 7. So
I'm
yeah,
really surprised that I managed to keep my lead.
you did good. You did good. Yeah. Look, I have no excuse. There were a few like failed guesses there, but there were a few good guesses as well. I was quite surprised that I jumped in and it's like fuck it, like let's just give it a go. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I'm digging the
Hmm.
knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're just about done. So
Hmm.
yeah, what's happening next?
Okay, things to look forward to in
Hmm.
um July. I was about to say August. And then I'm like,
We've still got a whole
that's
month
not
to get through
right.
yet. Yeah.
Um, so well, we have a Dinner in America episode, which may or may not be out before this one.
Yeah. No,
Is it
it'll be out in very shortly.
okay?
Yeah.
We're a little bit late this
Yeah.
week.
Sorry about that. Totally my
Um,
fault.
Then we've got the Stallone series to look forward to. That
Mm-hmm.
starts on Friday with Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have our Viewer Universe continuing with more rats.
Yep.
And we'll be ending the month with our Banger or Bomb and our feature actor this time is Al Pacino, because of course.
Banger or bomb, which the segment formerly known as Hit or Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We changed it to something we don't have to censor. And
Oh, whatever. We didn't have to censor
well, yeah,
it.
I don't want to be swearing out in the wild. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's all right.
and we have chosen our movies. Of
We
course,
have.
Banger or Bomb is picking movies that neither of us have seen before, which is
Hmm.
why we don't know if they're going to be a banger or a bomb.
Nope. Because
So,
initially you suggested The Recruit, but I can already tell you that is a banger of the highest magnitude.
so I decided to pick The Insider.
Mm, you did.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
And
So we're going 90s Pacino.
yeah, yeah. And I can't remember the Michael Madsen one I can't
Donnie
remember.
Brasco.
Donnie Brasco, that's the one. Yep, I was testing to see if you were paying attention. Of course I remembered. I mean, come on. Jesus Christ. Yes, Donnie Brasco, which I look, I think maybe I might have seen it when it first came out, but I have so little memory of it, if I have even seen it, that like I don't even remember what the plot is or anything at all about it. So yeah, so it'll be pretty much like a first time watch for me. So yeah. But we also will hopefully have another episode in amongst all of that where we will be doing a bonus episode on Superman. Um, yeah, which oh, we really need to do that, please. I'll even dress up in costume. Um, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I'll do it. I've got a really creepy Superman costume. It's this thing that, no, it's like this fully tight one piece suit, but the mask that goes on it, it's got like a material mask that goes over your head that you can see through, but it doesn't have eyes. Like it's kind of got eyebrows and like a nose and a smile, but there's no eyes. Like it's the creepiest thing. I wore it to a supernova convention one time, and I was like walking around thinking, "Oh my God, like best costume and everything." Didn't realize till later on when I saw photos of the costume that it's a very tight costume. Uh, and yeah, I people saw a lot of me that day. Yeah, like hundreds of people saw a lot of me that day that I wasn't conscious of. I'm glad I didn't know until afterwards though, because I would have been so self-conscious. Probably would have like gone and tucked it back. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So look, I'm not wearing that costume. Shut up. Yes, but I'll wear the beanie maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, we're out of here. So
Yeah. On
yeah.
that note.
On on that note about my penis, thank you very much to everybody who has been listening. Thank you to Nobbins who is messaging us as we speak. And just thanks to the Academy and thanks to my mum and dad. And no, I'm doing that thing again, aren't I?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go. I don't want to leave, but I want to stick around, but I can't. Anyway, all right, we're
Go,
out of
go.
here.
We've got a lot of movies to watch.
We do, yes, we do, and diapers to change and all that sort of good stuff. So,
Well, speak for yourself. I've just got movies to watch. And
yeah,
Beat Saber to play because
yes,
Beat Saber just got added to Quest Plus, so I can play
ooh,
it for free. So
yeah,
I straight away redeemed that and downloaded it. So I'm ready to go.
brilliant. All right, and I've got to go get ready to go out this afternoon. So, yeah, like it's all happening.
Yeah.
All right, so to everyone out there, stay safe, watch lots of movies, and bye for now.